T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
Two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're watching. Welcome back to another Kop-Ish catch-up. My name is Callum, joined by the one, the only, the legend that is Drifty. We are Team Kop-Ish. Big up man like Matt, obviously, as always, couldn't make this show, but he's still our brother, and we big him up as always. As always, when we get behind the mic, please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. On the road to 35,000 subscribers, I would love to hit that before the season starts. Drift. This is going to be interesting. How are you, first and foremost, bro?
I'm blessed, man. I like that intro. That was a nice intro. I like that one.
Appreciate.
Start the vibes as we mean to go on.
As we try to go on. To go on.
I'm sure that the smile might turn to a frown, but we'll keep the same.
Yeah, I'm masking it right now. Masking it right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's start with Yoro, because both of us said, well, you more said, I'm looking forward to see what you got to say, but I don't want to know what you say before the show, so we know how to react to each other. What did you want to ask me? Because I don't know how you're going to react to my reaction.
Yeah, so that's what we said. We'll keep it authentic, so we won't tell each other what we think of the situation until we're live. I think if Matt was here, he'd probably be way more annoyed than you and me if I'm going to play the guessing game. But what I wanted to ask you was, are you bothered?
All right, so yes and no. So I'm not bothered in the sense of the player and the fact that I've never seen the player play. I don't think the player's ready-made for us yet. Could become a superstar, but I don't think he's where we need him to be. So not upset in that. Plus, we didn't need a right centre-back either. That's one thing we actually don't need right now. I'm only annoyed if he was a serious target, someone we wanted, and we didn't make more of a fight or make it happen, because we were led to believe he's all Real Madrid, stay off. Real Madrid's got first dibs, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, he's going Man United. So why were they able to convince him and we weren't? That'd be my only concern of how can we not convince someone that Man United can? But in terms of the player, I'm not losing any sleep. What I will say though, and I hate when we do this as a fan base, we start comparing him to Kwanzaa. Like, why are we doing that? Let Kwanzaa be who he is without hyping him up and putting all this extra pressure on him. For all we know, Yoro could actually go Man United and bad it up and be fantastic. But he could also flop. But why are we speaking about Kwanzaa in this? Because we already have Kwanzaa. Like, we still wanted Yoro. The club still wanted Yoro. So they must have seen something in him, and they must have thought, yeah, maybe that's the future plan, is them two for the future. I don't get why we're involving Kwanzaa in this conversation. Like, Kwanzaa did, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Kwanzaa played as many league games as him. Kwanzaa played in Europa as well. Kwanzaa plays in a better team. Like, why are we mentioning Kwanzaa here? It's got nothing to do with the Yoro deal. That's my only annoyance from like a section of the fan base, because it seems like we're trying to dump on Man United for signing a good player, a player that, let's be real, half the Liverpool fan base were twerking for up until him choosing Man United. So for me, why the change of energy? You can just be like, it's a good signing for Man United, but we've got Kwanzaa, or it's a good signing for Man United, but we'll find someone else. I don't get why we have to get back and forth with like banter with them, and it's not even banter, it's just being silly. Like, we don't even need to speak about it. And that's where I stand.
See, I didn't know that there was people who were bringing him into it. I didn't know that Kwanzaa was being brought into it. I guess all of the young defenders are going to be compared to each other, I guess.
But I mean, sorry to cut you, Kwanzaa's 21, Yoro's 18. I know there's only sounds like only a 3-year gap, but 18 to 21, there's a massive jump.
Oh no,
there
that's a massive difference.
At that age, that's massive.
Yeah. That's a big difference. All right, so it's interesting because I probably feel very similar to you then. Before Matt started to gas him up, because Matt's the one who really, really wanted him. You've seen everything he's been sending in the group. He said it in public, like he really wanted Yoro. So I didn't really pay attention to anything to do with Yoro until Matt started to like bring him up a lot. He does look good. If I'm not mistaken, voted in the team of the year at 18 years old. That's a big achievement for him in in his first season in the league. And a lot of people are saying he's better than Saliba was at that age, because if people remember, Saliba was actually touted as quite a big deal like 3-4 years ago. If I'm not mistaken, there was a couple of clubs that are monitoring him. Arsenal were the ones who obviously paid him the most. They won. Boom, that's how it goes. But then they had to loan him out for 2 or 3 years to let him fulfill that potential. I don't know if Saliba would have actually been able to become the player he is if from the age of 18 he'd have played under the pressure he would have been at Arsenal, especially during the time when they weren't playing well. So, well, that's something we'll never know. So Yoro coming straight into the team at 18 could be a bit of an issue. Maybe he does need another year or two of development at a slightly smaller club to get used to that level of pressure. I don't know. Is there even pressure for playing for Man United anymore? I don't know. But
no, there still is. There definitely is this season coming.
What I don't like is from both sides. I don't like Liverpool fans doing what you're doing, what you said, which is lying about the player now because it's the copium thing. Don't do that, man. Just hold your hands up and be like, look, they beat us to the player. And with absolutely no personal attack on him himself, I hope it flops, because I don't want anyone who goes Man United to do well, because it means Man United are doing well. So I hope Yoro flops, not on a personal attack on him or anything. Just, I don't want Man United to be great with great players. That's it. So yeah, just own that and don't do that part. The thing I hate on the flip side, though, is that the Man United fans are more celebrating what they see as a victory over Real Madrid and Liverpool than just being happy with the player. It's almost like if Real Madrid and Liverpool weren't involved, there'd probably be a mayor about it. But because they think they've beaten Liverpool and Real Madrid to the signing, they're like, oh shit, that we're, you know what I mean?
We've done it as well. Let's be real though, Drift. Let's hold our hands up as fans. We did it with Darwin. We did it with Gakpo when we signed them over Man United as well. So
but
we did it.
But you know what the difference is? We are bigger than them at the moment. They're delusional to believe now that it's got anything to do with football.
But we did it, so they have a right to do it. It's like if I score a goal against you and then I celebrate overly elaborate in your face, and then you score a goal against me and do the same thing. Like it's kind of even
no. But if I'm a world-class footballer and you're just a normal 9-to-5 guy and you do it past me, you're allowed to do that, because in that moment it's brilliant, right? Why am I doing it to you? That's silly.
I mean, again, I don't even mind Man United fans doing that. Like that, for me, that doesn't bother me. I tell you what does bother me.
It bothers me in the way of them thinking that they're better than us for getting him. So they don't want to add any of the context to it. They just want to say, we're Man United and he picked us because we're the best. It's like, whoa. Do you really believe that? Because that's got to be the biggest crock of shit that's happened in this transfer window so far. You threw the bag at him, just accept it and just keep it pushing. To suggest that let's even take Liverpool out of it. Let's take all our bias out of it. to suggest that you are more attractive than Real Madrid and to suggest that he picked Man U not for any other reason than I just want to go Man United. Forget Real Madrid. I want to go to Man United. Bro, I'm just asking people to not live in their delusion. That's all I'm asking, bro. So you take the Liverpool out of it, and there isn't anybody in this chat, anybody on this planet outside of the Man United fan base that would ever believe a story that said a player, a wonder kid, is picking Man U over Real Madrid for everything being square. Same money, same thing. Like, if everything was the same, Man United are getting him over Real Madrid. Yeah, all right, mate. Pull the
They're not. You're right, but they have got him no drift. And like, I hate complimenting Man United. Like, it really pees me off doing it. But if the roles were reversed and FSG and Liverpool Football Club had signed two players who are highly thought of by the fan base, we'd be creaming ourselves right now. Bruv, we'd have been doing mad amount of streams. The comments would have been going crazy. We'd be throwing up gifts. We'd be throwing up like videos and all that. So I don't have an issue with Man United fans celebrating and even going over the top to an extent. I have a problem with our fan base being rattled by Man United signing people rather than getting onto our club and being like, forget about Man United. Can we like sort out what we've got at home? Like, so
yeah,
I tell
I
you what
agree
it's
with
like.
that, 100%.
I tell you what it's like. It's like my house is always messy, but I come to your house and you've just got two plates in the sink because you and the missus have just had a bit of food, and I go, boy, Drift, man, you kind of dropping standards here, you know? Like, what's this? Like, two plates in the sink, bro. You knew I was coming over. You know I don't like when the house is dirty. You'd be like, bro, have you seen your house? We've just eaten. What's going on with your house? Yeah, but you know I'm busy, bro. Like, you were like, Cal, shut up, bro. What you do? We don't disrespect me and do all of this. Like, we shouldn't even be focusing on Man United. Man United have signed two very good players. They signed a player for now and a player who could be good now, but is definitely someone for the future. I don't care about what they're doing. My frustration is, what are we doing? What are we doing? And I think that's what's really triggering the fan base. I think the fan base are trying to keep face and be like, oh, no, we're fine. No, we're fine. But really, we're sitting there going, right, there's rumors about Trent going Real Madrid. We ain't signed anyone. We need these players that we've wanted as a fan base. Calafiori, we were twerking for him as a fan base. Yoro, twerking for him as a fan base. They've both seemingly gone to rival clubs, and we're not linked with anyone of substance. Anthony Gordon was heavily linked with us, and as a fan base, we don't really want him as a whole. Like, what are we doing here? Like, so instead of like deflecting on the Man United and their fans, can we just worry about what we've got going on? Because respectfully to Man United, if we go out and get sorted what we need to get sorted, I couldn't give a F who they signed.
No, I agree with that. I think the only reason why a large portion of the fan base are being rattled, so to speak, is just because obviously the rivalry between the two clubs, and they're trying to use us as their celebration. Like, they're not celebrating the player because they've signed him. They're celebrating the player because they feel like they beat Liverpool and Real Madrid to sign him. And the reason I think it's a little bit different with Nunes and Gakpo is, in my estimation of what I saw, which could be different, but what I saw was Liverpool players would only throw it in their face if they piped up about it. That wasn't the narrative. Nunes and Gakpo were just celebrated for being good players and we were signing them. And then when Man United fans popped up, we went, hang on a minute. You know, we beat you to it, right? Whereas the narrative with Yoro is, we're great because Real Madrid and Liverpool wanted this guy. So they're more happy about that than they are the player. I think that's what's got the fan base reacting, because it's like, you're trying to use us for your celebration. It's a bit like, concentrate on what's going on over there. Stop concentrating on over here, kind of thing.
I think it's both, but I hear what you're saying as well. A question I want to ask you, bro, because we've seen this, like, historically, we've seen this point of view very differently, but I don't think either of us are wrong. We just see it differently. He's coming in on 150K a week. What's your thoughts on that? and the overall structure of our wages in comparison to our rivals as well?
I try not to care too much about the money thing as long as the player's there. So from that point of view, I don't think Man United fans should be fussed whatsoever about the fee. And what do you call it? They should just be happy they got the player. But if you want to put what we will call the grown-up hat on and have a real conversation that's not silly and biased to things, it's a real conversation. It's outrageous for him to go from $5,000 a week to that. And that clearly is the reason he's going there, because nobody else was willing to pay him that. And I can bet your bottom dollar Liverpool and Real Madrid both were like, no chance we're giving you that much money, because he's an unproven 18-year-old. And we've got people in our team, Cal, who are proven, like Diaz, like Gini Wijnaldum. We had players who were proven and still didn't get anywhere near that much. So there's no way we're giving that to an 18-year-old.
That's where I wanted to go to. We say that and wear it like a badge of honor, like, oh, Gini was only on 70k and Diaz is only on 55k. Do we actually need to look at that in a different way, under a different lens, and go, are we underpaying players? And if so, is that going to come back to bite us in the arse? Because players aren't necessarily growing up supporting one club. Because, brother, I've got little cousins and little nephews. Every time I see them, they're wearing a different tracksuit of a different club. It's a PSG one this week. It's a Barcelona this week. It's a Liverpool one. It's an Arsenal one. They don't really grow up like.
Oh, was that in your house?
Yeah, give me 1 sec. Sorry.
Cool. Big up everyone. Big up yourself, Pimp. I didn't even know this. I didn't know that they gave the agent 10 mil. Flip here now. So this deal's cost them 70 million. Fucking hell, I did not know that. I promise you, this will be the craziest dream ever if Cal ever just got abducted. Big up everyone, by the way. Please do remember to smash that like button. As always, people. Couple supers I'll get through while I wait for Cal so we can continue the conversation as well. AZ, big up yourself. 10 months a member, almost a year. You're a legend. Big up, bro. Quiet window, first Yoro, and now Ugarte. # worrying. I'm sure we'll get onto whether we're worried or not. Big up day though. 48 months a member, you fucking legend. Big up my Kopish. Hope you are all well. You will never walk alone. Big up yourself, brother. I hope you are blessed. Yo, what's good? Says he wanted game time assurance during initial talks. Basically wanted to be a star, and we couldn't assure him of that, according to Ornstein. It is what it is. Yeah, if Ornstein has actually said that, then that's a very good point as well. If he wants to play week in, week out, he's not going to play week in, week out at Liverpool, so that's fair dues. Big up Sean. Hope you're doing well, bro. Quanta earns 4k a week, boys. How are we feeling about paying 115 for if it was Euro? Obviously, that's what we're literally talking about right now, isn't it? So we'll get back to that afterwards. But big up Sean every time.
Did someone say the aliens invaded me?
Yeah. We thought you'd get abducted, bro. Moment says City got Savio also.
I flipping love you lot, man. You lot are the best.
Yeah, I know the chat's undefeated. I promise you.
You lot are the best. I swear.
70 mil is criminal. Relax, people. The win. Yeah, because you know, bro, as Pimp was just saying, big up Pimp. 10 million the agent gained out of the deal. So it's actually 70 mil they've paid for him, including the money they've greased the thing. So and she says, bro, Grav is on 150 a week flopping. I mean, I wouldn't say he's flopping, but remember, we had to pay that money because of what he was on. He was on good money at Bayern Munich, and you obviously, players don't go down in wages, you know, ordinarily. So that's the difference. Liverpool wouldn't have played Gravenberch that much if we'd have signed him straight from Ajax. There's no way if he'd have come straight from Ajax. And there's plenty of proof in the pudding. If you go and look at Tsimikas, if you go and look at, if you go and look at players who've come through the youth system like Curtis Jones, if you go and look at Diaz, if you look at what we were paying Gino Wijnaldum, etc., any player who was at a previous club who was on a regular amount, we didn't like. Even when Mo Salah first came to Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken, he was only on about 100 grand a week or something like that. And then after he had that blistering season, we gave him an improved deal that took him up to like 200 or something like that. But I don't even think he initially came in on a massive fee. And Salah was known, like people knew who Salah was. So I don't think there's any evidence within the Liverpool hierarchy over the last, say, 10, 15 years that would suggest any player that comes in is just initially on huge wages. Probably Thiago, Cal. Don't know if your memory's better than mine. Yeah, Thiago's the only one that comes to mind who would have come in and just been like, bang, big boy money straight away.
We say that, but I mean, as the super chat writer pointed out, last summer we paid quite high. Like I think Sabozz is 120, Gravy's 150.
But again, those players are on similar wages. Because remember, we're comparing it to if you're on a low wage and we're doing it to convince you to come to the club. Those players were already on significant wages. Like I'm sure
like
Szoboszlai was.
Is it Nunes on about 150, and he wasn't on that high wage at Benfica, if I'm not mistaken. And
I don't know if
he was on a high wage either.
I don't know about all of them, but I think Szoboszlai I heard was on like 70 at RB. So yeah, I guess 120 is like
on 140.
Can you find out what he was on at Benfica? Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't on that much, but
Cody's on 120. I'm just having a look.
Yeah, just try and figure out what wages they're on before, so we could see like what the jump is of how much we gave them. Because it is quite surprising that we've given players like Diaz such low wages.
The only source, also I say the only thing I found is suggesting that Nunes might have been on 98k at Benfica. I can't see that being the truth though.
He was a big money signing for them though, remember. You know, you get the odd player sometimes at those teams that there'll be like that one or two player that's got the high, a little bit like Williams at Bilbao. Apparently he's already on like 150, or he makes a lot of money, but he's like the exception to their wage structure.
No, I hear that. It's just I find it weird because if I'm not mistaken, Portuguese clubs don't really pay out big money like that. Can't find anything.
But I mean, if you can't find, let's just go with that logic just for the sake of it, because that's all you could find. So say he was on 90k when he was there, and now he's on 140.
That's not a big jump.
Yeah, in our world, 50k is huge, but in the football world, I don't necessarily think that's a massive. That's about a 55 to 60% increase on what he had. So it's like it's not a huge jump. But if you like quadruple your wages, that's a huge jump to you personally. Even if you was on 20 and now you're on 80, that's a quadruple wage increase, which I'm sure clubs look at as well, because we probably ignore it as fans. But work employees, you'll know. If the employee can find out how much you used to be paid, you know, they might question it, they might even outright ask you this little things. You think to yourself, "Ooh, if he was on that much, all we got to do is offer him this to convince him." When you're headhunted, a lot of the time they know how much you're on, and they know how much it's gonna.
No, you'd be surprised again. So I've been headhunted quite a few times, and they never known what I've been on. Okay. I've always had to tell them.
From my experience, they get information and they figure out how much you're on, so they can kind of like tempt you.
Maybe it depends on your field. Like my field, someone wouldn't be able to guess my salary.
Yeah,
because it's such a variation.
I mean, yours is quite a unique field, I guess. So maybe it makes it a little bit more. It's less corporate structured. How you can like tap into a database and figure it all out. Do you know what I mean? So, but just generally speaking, I think that's about you. Some people might even still say 90 to 140 or to 150. Raw boy, fucking hell, it's still a lot.
Sorry to cut you, Theo. Shout out to Theo. He said apparently he's on 31k at Benfica.
Okay. We need. I mean, 31k. That's a huge increase. Then, if he was on 31. But again, like I said, we'll have to just. None of these sources can be verified, so we're still guessing at this. I mean, how can you even get one website saying 90 and one saying 30? The difference is huge.
I mean, the reason I've read out Theo's because I know Theo's been rocking with us for a while, so he's
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm never saying Theo's wrong. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But to go from $5,000 a week to 115, some people are just in 150, somewhere around there. It's well over 100. To me, that would suggest that obviously money's been a big part of why he's gone there. So,
but this is the question I want to ask. Shout out to Mohammed. Salaries are getting higher. We need to compete. Do we need to change our approach and our wage structure?
Here's the thing that people have got to remember:
get left behind potentially.
Yeah. And I am no FSG in, brother, and you know that already. But one thing I will do is always keep the energy.
Despite the rumors, me neither.
What I will do though is keep the energy the same for everything to be as fair as possible in scenarios. FSG do run the club extremely well. It frustrates us because we want more than what the structure allows, but they run the club really well. And what happens, as we've seen in the past, Chelsea, even now, so to speak, Man United them very selves. See these big boy wages they give out? It can bite them in the arse structurally. And it can become a problem down the line. So we can't moan about FSG not buying people. And then if they do break the structure, moan when we're the ones getting dragged in the streets like Chelsea are at the moment, for example. So I just want people to remember that. So what they do within our wage structure, we need it to improve on if we want to get the creme de la creme. Facts. But at the same time, remember Liverpool kind of, proudly have never had any involvement in any of this dumb, can't afford drag, coming close to the line. Oh, they got to sell this player because of that and all that stuff. Because these other teams are living in this realism. Man United still ain't out the mud financially. They pulled off these, but they're going to have to do a hell of a lot of selling to balance this. They ain't got bare money. That's one thing people forget. Right now, the structure to be within the financial fair play and all that, they have to still get some players moving. Chelsea are in the mud. They've got to get some players moving. They've got all kind of problems going on with that. Look what Villa had to do, etc. So I know the structure's got to change, but I do want to make sure that we give FSG credit for the fact that they've never put us in that situation where we're like proper scrambling around FFP because they are doing things like Harry Maguire's on 200 grand or all the stupid things Man United have been doing around money. So let's try and be as fair as possible to FSG in that regard.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. How are you feeling regarding Liverpool's situation right now? Not linked to anyone concretely. Haven't bid for anyone. I know the common consensus, especially after the press conference, was that Richard Hughes kind of said they're going to wait in for something that would be opportunistic. Many suggest that we won't move until August after Slots had a chance to see some of the players. I was going to say how I'm feeling, but I'll ask you the question first, bro. How are you feeling with things so far?
I don't really feel any different than the beginning of the week, to be honest. I know, obviously, by now I did think something would have happened. Even if it wasn't all the way, I did think maybe there'd be a little movement. Because you're looking at it and you're thinking to yourself, all right, nothing really ever happens over the weekend, generally speaking. So we probably won't get any transfer news until Monday now. Unless miraculously we wake up tomorrow morning, Friday morning, and there's some news. So you look at that, and I'm looking at the date now, and I'm thinking, so that means we're talking around the 21st, 22nd, around then, before another opportunity to see if some news starts to like circulate about what's going on, what we're doing, etc., etc. So I'm a little apprehensive about that because I look at it and think, like by the time you get to the 21st of July, 21st, 22nd of July, you've only really got a week left in July. You know what I mean? Give or take. What's July? 31 days in July, right? So that'll be 9 days from like
30 in July, no?
No, I'm sure there's. I think it's 30 in June, 31 in July. I'm sure.
31 in July. So yeah, 31 in July.
So you look at that, you go, oh, so 9 days till the end of the month. So let's just call it a week to not be pedantic. And then you go, well, if the season starts on the 17th, then to not be pedantic again, you might as well just call that 2 weeks. So you're like, so effectively, there's 3 weeks, give or take, till the start.
We're on pre-season tour. We're on pre-season tour.
Yes,
at the beginning
and
of
we
August.
leave for that on the 26th, if I'm not mistaken, don't we? Because I think our first
Something
game's on
like
the
that.
28th. So you look at it and you go, shit, 3 weeks. Rah. I wasn't really that concerned when the Euros is on. Man was distracted. Good tournament. Enjoyed that. Shout out Tifo gang in the building and all that. But then you think to yourself, right, now that's over. Shit, we've only got 3 weeks, Cal. And then the season starts. And yes, the window don't close then. The window closes in an initial 2 weeks. But especially a new manager, you really want him to have his new players in with their feet under the table way before then, because he don't need distractions of new players and all that kind of stuff. So as much as I'm calm that he's got to bring these players in, he's got to assess them, he needs to see them in training, he's got to do all those things, to make sure he does the correct due diligence to make sure everything is there. Totally cool. On the flip side, you think, well, how much time do we give him to do that? Because we've only got 3 weeks left until the season starts. And idealistically, you want the players in now so we could get them in training, bring them on the tour, etc., etc. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm just trying to stay as calm and as chilled as possible. But deep down, I guess I am starting to get a little frustrated. And that frustration will bubble up eventually and start to become visual. And you lot will actually still start to see the frustration in me. But at the moment, I'm just trying to keep myself level-headed about it.
All right, so I think I echo what Tron's saying. It's like, what, four and a bit weeks until the new season starts? Contract renewals haven't been done. We have 3 of our best players without a new contract. Salah one could have been done time ago. You can make the argument and go, well, Virgil and Trent got to the late stages of the Euros. Should that not have been worked on or started to be worked on before the Euros even started?
Yeah.
Contract renewals is a big thing for me. Signing players you just spoke about, I'm kind of annoyed in the sense that if there's 4 weeks to the season starts, you really want to get these players in and play in a couple of pre-season friendlies. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen now. We need to sell players as well.
Do we?
That's another thing. And we have to navigate pre-season.
No, but all right, you say we need to sell players, but it will normally be the players that, and I mean this with no disrespect, that can just be done whenever. I don't know if you want me to name the name, but there's some players who just that can get done whenever.
We say that though, Drift. We've been trying to sell Nat Phillips since 2021.
Yeah, but I think that's probably due to the fact that he's on a decent wage and probably nobody was willing to offer. Because remember, he's on 50 grand a week. I doubt whatever club was looking at him was going to pay him that. So he probably was hard to shift.
Sepp don't want to be here.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, even the PR Sepp Vandenberg's getting at the moment, the PR Sepp Vandenberg's getting right now feels very Billy Cometio-ish.
No, but Slot might want him though.
How many times are we going to get fed stories like this? Are you seriously?
No, I'm just saying he might want him, bro.
No, you're right, but I don't want to hear. But if I see Sepp Vandenberg is going to be like a new signing or what, I'm going to lose my mind.
But ain't you been one of the main people saying he had a brilliant loan?
No, I said he was good on loan. Never said brilliant. I've said he's good on loan.
I've been hearing a lot of good feedback from his loans. So maybe he is a better player than we thought he was.
Come on, Drift.
I'm not doing to keep him. I was the first one to say that's 20 mil in the bag. We should be doing it. But the club Slot might like him.
What about him he's going to like?
I don't know, bro. I genuinely don't know. Maybe he knew a lot about him because of obviously him coming from Holland. And I mean, as we were told, he was a brilliant young player and he had a lot of promise. Maybe Slot was around when that hype was there and he's thinking, yeah, let me check it out. Let me see what going before I see whether I want you to sell him. I mean, the number one thing that I want to keep asking, and I know I say it tongue in cheek, but like at the same time, not really. Like Edwards, that's you lot's GOAT. Wagwan. I was told when he came back, the boys were back in town. I was told it was all Klopp's fault we don't make moves. I was told so much. Wagwan. Because Edwards, is the reason why Salah and these man ain't even getting their shit sorted, because they've had their foot in the door for over a month now, Cal. The old regime can't be blamed for shit no more. They left in May. The new regime has been here for about 4 to 6 weeks. So all this stuff could be, and remember, Edwards knows his way around, bro. He's just a kid that went uni and now he's moved back home again. It ain't unfamiliar. It ain't like it's gonna take him time to get used to shit. He just got a bigger office now, bro. So
You're absolutely right.
So Wagwan, I was told Hughes is the shit. And I'm not saying he's not. But shouldn't he be trying to impress us the way Ineos are trying to impress the United fans? Because, Cal, what he's done right now is, on the first impression, he hasn't dapped us or shaken our hand, and he's walked and he's put his foot on the rug, bruv. I said shoes off at the door, big man. And you've walked straight in, and now you're sitting down and you got your shoes on my rug. That's a bad first impression, bro. I don't know how you change that. So Adrian being the first person you tried to sign, then Gordon being the second person you tried to sign, and you still ain't tried to sign up any of our top Gs, and we're losing out on people that we apparently wanted to other people? Bro, I need you to explain to me why you didn't take the shoes off at the door when I done told you it's a no shoes thing in my yard. So, bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot going on here. But I just want to know what these men are actually doing right now. Because right now, they're moving like them men there during lockdown, bro. Having parties that we didn't know about. That's what it seems like. Because what else are they doing when they come to work?
Are you asking me directly?
No, that was the rhetorical. Yeah.
I don't know, brother.
No, that was rhetorical, bro. That was rhetorical. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm just a little, I don't know, man. I just heard these men were top Gs. And I know one of them kind of is. I saw him punch man up back in the day. I don't know. Has he gone soft in his new job? I don't know, bro. But we'll see.
My only response to that is this.
I promise, like, and even it's been a weird these past few months, and knowing out.
Literally these past few months, knowing I don't know anything. Bro, everything you said was spot on. I know you had a few little jokes in there and stuff, but I'll be honest, everything you said there is spot on. And I know people will straight away bat it back and go, but boys, like, there's plenty of time left in the window. You said there's plenty of time, but is there players in the window we want? Because if all the players we actually want end up going to other places, we're not a club that's just going to buy for the sake of it. I think if there's anything we can bet on, it's that. So let's say the club did look at it and go, we want Yoro or Calafiori, and we want Ugarte or someone else. And if we can't get them, then we're just going to go into the season with what we've got. That's an issue. That's an issue, because the club aren't just going to be like, we'll get someone else, man. They have 1, 2, 3 option, maybe, usually a 1 and a 2 option, sometimes a 3. If 1 and 2 options go,
barely a third, bro. We don't really do third choice, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we look at 1 and 2 go to other clubs, we're not just going to be like, just find someone and anyone. We're not going to do that under this regime, which has got its pros, because you don't end up with your likes of your Artemellos, etc. But the cons are you're going to be waiting for players, and those players still might not come. There's no guarantee. We saw it back in 17-18. If we signed Virgil or a top centre-back from the beginning of that season, we could have actually made a run at the title, potentially. We saw our form when Virgil came to the team, both in the league and Champions League. If we had signed Virgil in January after getting another top centre-back in the summer, we could have won the league that season, potentially, or pushed City close. But we didn't. We waited. If we're going to keep on doing that while all of our rivals strengthen around us, it's a very risky game to play, in my opinion. Very risky game.
Yeah. No, big facts. Big facts, bro. So, I don't know. But, I mean, what are the targets? I said to you lot at the beginning of the window, when I was a lot less informed about how things would go, I have a bad feeling that Slot will pretty much just be going with this same squad. And obviously, you guys were like, "There's no way that can happen." I agree with you. There's no way that can happen. But effectively, bro, other than the fact that we want these players because we can see that it would be beneficial, I don't think there are any glaring holes in the squad outside in terms of numbers. I'll be honest with you, bro. And that's one of the things that I do worry about a bit. We might look at the personnel and we might not think the personnel's up to it. We have all the arguments in the world about whether Diaz is good enough, whether Nunes is good enough, whether Gakpo's good enough, etc., etc. We go through those conversations a lot. Joey, should he play at centre-back ever again? He's been brilliant out wide. His last season at centre-back wasn't good. We've been going back and forward on loads of conversations about quality. But numbers-wise, Cal, I said to you lot, and I said it because it's the underlying worry I have, we're fine for numbers. And that means there may not be any improvement because we're fine for numbers. We've even got 4 centre-backs. If you count Joey as a centre-back, we've actually even got 4 centre-backs if you include Joey as a centre-back. And if you play 4 at the back, you don't really need more than 4 centre-backs. Obviously, there's random occasions in the past where we have, but generally speaking, 4 centre-backs is what you would want for a squad where you play 2 at the back. We have 2 left-backs. We have 2 right-backs. We have a packed midfield. Midfield is definitely the most packed we are in the whole squad. And we have 5 attackers, plus Dan, Susan Unders. And whether people like it or not, whether they're great at their jobs or not, Jota and Diaz can play right wing. So if you've got the Salah issue, there are 2 players who can play on the right if they're just filling in. All of them can play left. Even Nunes can play left. And 3 of them can play down the middle. So we are actually, numbers-wise, we're okay. And that's what worries me, Cal, is that numbers-wise, we're okay. So what is the rush for them to actually improve the squad?
Quality.
What's the rush?
That's what it is. It's quality, Drew. Quantity is great. Let's be real. Quantity is great. But I ask you this: would you rather have 1,000 Jamaican dollar $1 notes, or 200 £1 coins?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
yeah. Fact. Remember that you see the fucked up thing, bro. You see in football, the one thing that's fucked up about football, and that's why we always argue all the time, is that one thing is fact and one thing is opinion. So the squad number will always be a fact because it's right there, hard evidence. But when you look at the ability of a player, or what you would construe as, is he good enough, talent, ID, whatever you want to call it, but that's always subjective. That part always has moving parts. And that's the scary part, bro. Because if you've only got 1 attacker, then the facts are we're down numbers-wise. You have to go and get them. But if you got 5, now it's subjective. We all see it. You don't rate Nunes. I do. There's a first-hand example of just how subjective it can be. So we don't know what Slot thinks. We don't know what Hughes thinks. We don't know what Edwards thinks in terms of are these players good enough. Bro, he might get Sepp Vandenberg in that training ground for 1-2 sessions and start thinking, I know what to do with this kid. And straight away, he's off the transfer list, bro. Straight, because we don't know whether Slot wants him or not, bro. The one thing we know is now Klopp ain't here. Everything's open to interpretation. You know, Slot could even sit down, and I'd never think he would do this, by the way, so no one go running away with this. I'm just saying, he could actually walk in the door, pull Edwards to one side, pull Hughes to one side and go, boys, I'm already dealing with Klopp and the heavy burden that brings. Just sell Mo. I don't need another big hitter at the club that could like turn things against me or as another responsibility, or do you know what I mean? Like, let's go and get the Anthony Gordons, or I got a few people. Sell Salah. Don't renew his contract. We don't even, and again, but that could actually be a reality, bro.
No, I respectfully disagree that Slot's sitting there thinking of selling Salah.
Oh, I don't think it either. But we can't. No one can sit here and say factually that isn't going to happen because we just never know. We just never know, bro.
No, that's right. My issue with all of this is, are we going to wait too long? And then are we going to hear the narrative of we did want to sign players, but given the nature of the new manager coming in, we also wanted to assess the squad, but now we've unfortunately lost out on targets and the club aren't just going to spend money for the sake of it. We believe we have enough to make a challenge under the new regime.
We've heard that in the past, so 100% we could hear that.
Let me ask you a question then, Drift. Let's say we don't make any signings this window, but our rivals seemingly continue to. Let's just deal with what we've got right now. Let's say Calafiori goes to Arsenal, but they don't sign anyone else, and I think Savio's gone to City. They don't sign anyone else. Spurs have got Archie, and I think someone else. They don't sign anyone else. Chelsea have signed who they've signed. They don't sign anyone else. Man United signed who they've signed no one else. Where do you think we finish in the league?
People are going to call me crazy. I think if everything stays exactly the same as it is right now, with everything you just said, Calafiori to Arsenal, etc., I still think we finish third. Fourth at the lowest.
Is that what you want?
No, it isn't. It isn't. But I do believe our squad is still good enough to finish third or fourth again.
I agree. I absolutely agree. But I also think we could actually fall out of top four like we did a couple of seasons ago as well.
That's possible.
But that's my point. Why leave this to chance? And look, everything in football, there is an element of risk and chance in it. But here's the risk and the chance and the reward and stuff. If there's a penalty in the last minute of a game, Messi could miss the penalty, but you trust him more than bloody trusted me, wouldn't you? You trust Lionel Messi over trusting Callum Sanderson to score a penalty in the last minute of a massive game. We could both miss, but it's way more risky saying get Callum to take the fifth penalty than saying get Messi to take it. So why put ourselves in this position? Because I'll be honest, bro, I don't want another third place finish.
Of course.
I know it sounds spoiled. I don't want. And again, I'm going to keep.
This comes down to tempering expectations, though, isn't it?
No, I hit, but again, I'm going to keep on banging this drum because last time I checked with Liverpool Football Club, it's Liverpool Football Club. I'm sick of this. Third's fine, we did it the right way, or third's fine, we did it the Liverpool way, or third's fine is because we're going up against X, Y, and Z. I don't care. I want to win league trophy. We just lost my favorite manager, arguably the best manager, not arguably, the best manager we've had in my lifetime at Liverpool Football Club. Do you know how many Premier League titles he's got to show for it? 1. Do you know how much that pees me off? That our best manager, our best centre-back, our best right winger, our best left winger, our best DM, our best goalkeeper, our best right back, our best left back have one Premier League trophy to show for it. While Scott Carson's there with how many Prems? Some of these players who couldn't lace Mane's boots. What's one of the players they had? Was it Nolito or someone like that? Couldn't lace Mane's boots. But these lot have only got one Premier League trophy to show for it. And we're sitting there saying, oh, well, you know, let's just try and finish top 4 next season. Then we try again the season after, like other teams aren't going to strengthen and all that. Do we think other teams are going to sit still and let us strengthen because we've got a new manager? So we're going to have a season off and then next time we're going to attack it. No, come on, man. Come on. When did we become so naive as a fan base? When did we become so happy not winning?
I don't think anybody is, though. Is it?
I feel as though people are all right with the journey as opposed to getting to the destination. Everyone keeps saying the Liverpool way, the Liverpool way. Really and truly, it's Bill Shankly who really created the Liverpool way. It's Bill Shankly who really created the Liverpool way. Do you know what his way was? If you finish first, you win the league. If you finish second, no one gives a damn.
Look,
so what is the Liverpool way? What is it? Because I don't think I know what it is anymore.
Well, the majority of what the Liverpool way is to be united as a family more so than a club. To, you know, have that extra bit of class about us. I'm not saying this happens all the time. I'm just saying that's what the Liverpool way would be to be considered. I I disagree I see people say no, they think that I mean I've made an excuse for what? What have I made an excuse for? We're on the same page here. We're just
Yeah,
giving examples
yeah. I
of how it
think,
could
Chris,
be.
I think you
I'm
might have
so confused
mistaken
what
Drifty
the
for.
excuses are. And
No, I
for
think
some reason, anytime you add context, it's always called an excuse. I don't
I
even
think
get
what's
that
happened
either.
with yours, if someone's just joined when you were speaking, they probably think that's what you want to happen, or that's what you're happy with happening. I think you gave an example of what you think could happen as opposed to what you want to happen.
Yeah,
If anyone
it
joined
depends
during
when
that,
they
that's what
jumped in the
Drifty's saying.
conversation.
He's happy with
Yeah,
the squad. He's saying Slot might be happy with the squad.
yeah, and as I said, numbers wise, we're actually not down. The subjective part is about whether you believe the quality is good enough from what we have. But numbers wise, and this is the crazy part, this is a part that does worry me. So, for example, I don't really ever see any teams have more than 2 DMs. If I'm not mistaken, very rarely does a team have 3 DMs. We actually have 2 DMs. That's the worry. We need Slot to not think Endo's good enough to want to improve, because numbers wise, with Endo and Basetic, we have 2 DMs. And that's the worry. The subjectiveness of the quality of the player now comes into, does Slot rate this guy, or does he think he needs to improve on him? I hope he thinks he needs to improve on him, because some of these players ain't good enough. And it's with no disrespect. They're just not good enough to elevate us. I think they're good enough to make us finish at the same level again, which is why I think without signings, we'll still get top 4. But as you said, the aim should be the top. And if you're aiming for the top, then you've got to know we have to improve on Endo. As good as he is, we have to improve on him if we want to get to the top. So little things like that is just where I'm thinking we're going to have to see how this goes. I know people hate it, but we do have 4 centre backs. We do have 2 right backs. We do have 2 left backs. We also have a right back we loaned out who's only 19, 20. And we also have 2 extremely good youth player left backs waiting in the, like, all of this stuff. We have no idea where I'm going. Cal, we just don't. And we're packed in midfield. Now, we're actually packed in midfield. If you really think about it, we've been through the numbers. We've got 8, I think it is. So we're packed in midfield as well. Maybe people have got to go before they come in, Cal.
I asked you, though, Drift. We're packed in midfield, but is the balance in midfield good?
I think the balance is good. I just don't think the quality is good enough.
I
I think we do have the right balance. If you think about it, we've got McAllister and Elliott that can play right 8. We've got Jones and
I'm talking about profile of player, Drift.
Yeah, I do think we have the balance, right? Because if you don't take how good they are and you just take them for how they are, Endo as a DM or Basetic as a DM, with McAllister on the right side of the 8 and Jones on the left side of the 8, as an example, is a very balanced midfield. Are they all good enough to be at the highest level? No. But as balanced they are. And then I think you could swap 1 or 2 out. I think if you swap the McAllister and put him on the left and put Elliott on the right, I still think they'd be balanced. If you kept McAllister on the right and you was to put Soboslai on the left, I think they're still technically balanced. So I think we're balanced. It's just, is the quality good enough of the players? And then that's where people say big question mark over Gravenberch, big question mark over Soboslai. Still probably a question mark over Jones, even though I don't think there should be, but it probably is still. Question mark over Endo. Question mark over Basetic's fitness, whether he's going to be able to get himself back. I think Elliott squashed all of the questions now. I think maybe a few people. I think Elliott squashed the question. I think people know he's good enough now. So there again, do you know what I mean, brother? It's like all subjective within that. But numbers-wise, I do think we have the numbers, and balance-wise, I think technically we do have balance.
I'll be honest, Drift. I'm worried, man.
I hear you. When do we get our big boys back? About another 2 weeks, right? Because they're going to be given at least 2 weeks holiday, like Van Dijk, Trent, all the Euro players. Like probably at least the end of the month, right, before they've got to come, get involved. So that means that Slot, it's going to be August before Slot's got his full complement of players to truly figure out Wagwan. That ain't long until the season starts at that point.
Drifty. I don't know what to say, man.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get dragged. I tell you what, Monday morning might be where my attitude starts to slide the other way. Monday morning.
I'm getting a bad feeling about this summer. In the same way, I got a bad feeling about the summer we only signed Konate.
But you know what would be even more?
At least we did
fucked up
contract
about it?
renewals. Sorry to cut you, Drew. I saw a comment. Where was it? I can't remember who it was. I really did want to give credit to this person. I should have started it. Sorry to whoever you are. Whoever you are, you made a valid point. Why is it we're thinking about doing contract renewals now in the summer, again, in a transfer window? Why are we the only club that does this? Have you noticed that?
The worrying part would be, is it because we find it hard to convince them to sign new contracts?
No, but why do we always leave it to the summer transfer window to do?
No, do you know what? To be fair to Real Madrid, to be fair to Liverpool, what I will say in that regards is I understand whenever it's, and usually with us it kind of is, whenever there's something on the line or there's something at stake, I understand just letting the player concentrate on the football. I do. And under Klopp, largely around, March, there's still something to play for, and we're still striving for something where maybe they just think, let's not distract the player with all that now. There's no need. We can do it in the summer. So to their credit, I don't necessarily think that's bad. Well, I think the problem is, Kaz, that we always let it be 1 year left. It shouldn't get to the point where it's 1 year left. It should always be, once there's 2 years left on the contract, start to have a talk and have a negotiation. It shouldn't get down to 1 year. But I don't think during the summer is a big deal, because we normally got things going on. You don't want to be, So imagine it was a birthday party. Imagine it was your birthday, and as soon as you get to the venue, they just keep asking you about the payment. That's fucked up. Let you have your birthday, let everybody, and we'll talk at the end of the night, and then we'll square up.
But they'd only ask you those questions, Drift, if they didn't think you'd trust me to make the payment.
No, I'm just saying, like, say they were just like poorly run and they were just like a bit out of pocket as an organization, and they just don't see anything wrong with harassing you for money when you've just got there and you're setting up for your birthday. Like, talk to me at the end of the night. You'll get paid at the end, bro. You know what I mean? We still haven't had the night ruined by the sprinklers going off. We'll have to see if you're going to get this money. Just let's do it at the end of the night, bro. I think Liverpool are well within their right to do it in the summertime when things are thingy. Just don't let it get down to 1 year. That's what the problem is.
When I ask you these questions, Drift, I'm not asking in the sense of you need to have the answers. I'm asking almost not rhetorically, but just so I can try and understand and get my head around it. Total Eclipse. Sorry, not Total Eclipse. Mohammed. Shout out Mohammed. Why does City and Madrid renew during the season? But City and Madrid are always competing for stuff.
No, but is that a fact? And I'm not even trying to draw Total Eclipse out, because it might be a fact. But like, I can't just always take what people say as a fact. I don't know. I don't pay enough attention.
It's not, obviously not every single player, but a lot of the time they get sewn up during the season.
Like I said, I'd need to know if that's a fact. Do they actually do that? And again, we can't really compare ourselves to other clubs. I'm just saying, if you logically look at a situation, it would make sense to not distract the player during what is usually some form of trophy or target orientated season. If you've got a season where like there's absolutely nothing to play for or whatever, then yeah, maybe at some point you can sit them down and whatnot, because there's no distraction around it. But you want people to have their focus on what your goal is, and not personal contracts and all that.
Said Arsenal renewed Saka and Saliba mid-season. Mohamed's come back and said, yes, it's a fact. Real Madrid did Vinny, Rodrigo, etc. during the season.
Okay.
Bro, especially with what you said, bro. Imagine we're letting these run into the last year. Like, these should have been done mid-season at least. At least. Like,
look, I don't think anybody is wrong or right on when the contract should be signed. It's how long's left on the contract. Don't let it get down to the point where they only have 12 months left. Regardless of whatever's happening, that's the scenario that shouldn't happen. That they should not get down to the point where, in January, they can talk to people and we can't do anything about it. That's when it should never get to that point. We should always have at least an extra year that we can add on ourselves. You know, like where you have the year and an
Yeah,
option type
the option.
scenario
Yeah,
where
yeah.
to give the club a little bit, because we've seen Man United do this before, where they'll have a year left on the actual contract, but United know they've got the ace up their sleeve of they can trigger another year if they want. So effectively, they can negotiate with the player like he's got 2 years left, and they can negotiate with clubs like he has 2 years left as well. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's a little bit of a difference. But we don't do that. We normally have, it's just 1 year and then that's it. He's going after that year. We don't do something about it. That's the part that infuriates me, that we seem to let that happen a lot. And even a couple man have walked away for free. What if that's the case, bro? What if they haven't? I mean, not so much with Trent, with him being a young player, but what if they look at Mo and they look at Van Dijk and they think 33 and 34 respectively between the two of them when the contract ends, just have them for this year and they can walk away for free. Then we don't have to give them more money, so effectively not costing us more money. That might be the way they're looking at it, which would be dumb, but it might be the way they're looking at it. Especially Van Dijk. If he's 34 at the end of his contract, they might be thinking at that point, just let him walk away. There's no value to him. You won't really get any money if you sell him, and he probably won't want to go anywhere anyway. So
I could live with that drift if we were a club that I knew would go and spend big money to go and get the best players in the world. But we ain't going to do that. We're not going to spend the money and salary to get the best players. Because if you're selling Virgil, all right, find me the next best centre-back or someone who's going to be the next best centre-back in a year or two. If you're selling Salah, go and get me the best right winger that can be attained. We're not going to do that.
No, I know. But I do remember a conversation we had a couple months back. And I remember there were some people during the conversation, you know, from the chat or whatever, that was saying if Salah won't sign, I'd rather have him for another year at the potential of winning the league with him and then he leaves, than to sell him now for the profit, because why have we always got to keep thinking about money? I do remember that coming up in the conversation that we had a couple months back.
I asked you, Drift, is Salah, even if you don't think he's still number one?
I said sell him. If that was the scenario, I'd rather sell him than have him for a year and he walks away.
Get who then, bro?
I don't know. That's the club's job, isn't it? But I would rather we got money towards it. As for what you said, Cal, we know our club ain't putting their hand in the owners aren't putting their hand in their own pocket. So the only way you replace Salah is if you make sure you get money for Salah to help. Do you get what I'm saying? Because as you're saying,
I hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying.
We need the big boy whip right now. But if we ain't even got a trading whip right now, if the car we've got right now is so bad that we ain't even got a car, that the trading car, we're pretty much paying full price on that whip out the lot, Cal. You know what I mean?
I hear it.
We haven't got that car to take 8 grand off it. I'm going to trade that in. There's my little, you know what I mean? My little discount, and it's making it a bit easier to pay for. We ain't doing none of that, bro. If Salah goes for free, we're walking up there and we've got to pay full price, bro. Out of pocket, nothing's being added to it. Not even birthday money, fam. Nothing was even in the cards, bro. Everyone just said happy birthday. Nothing fell out the cards, bro. We ain't even got £50 to put towards it. It's all out of our own pocket.
I hear it. I hear it. Before I do the supers, I do want to shout out to a couple people. Shout out to Jamie Phillips. Go and check out Jamie's channel. Shout out to Luke Tanner. Go and check out his channel as well. Shout out to Ghost, aka Liverpool 12th Man. Go and check out his channel. Subscribe to all these channels. And also shout out to Uncle Rods as well. Go and subscribe to his channel. Let's help these supers. Clapino says, can we get a refund on Sobos? We need the money. LOL. I'd like to give Sobo one more season, but I'm going to keep the same energy I've kept for Nunes. If Sobo has a bad season next season, I'm going to be asking for Sobo to be sold. I'm Liverpool before any other player, and I believe if in 2 seasons you need to show me something. Mohammed says, Yoro to United and Calafiore to Arsenal. I feel sick. Not only did we not get them, but they went to direct rivals. 115k is not high because Gravy's on 150. 115 is high for an 18-year-old with only 1 season under his belt, but he could be one of those players who's just that guy. And if he is, then 115 is going to look cheap. But if he's not, 115 is going to look expensive. Tron says, not worried about no signings, but at least renew. Hear that, Tron? Big up yourself, Tron. Hope you're well. Mohammed again says that salary's getting high when he's compete. Completely agree. Alex Shekley says, just graduated, been watching for 7 years. Love Kopish. Big up yourself, Alex. In fact, we'll drop the beat for that, man. Congratulations on graduating. All the
Big up.
best for what you choose to do with your achievements. Big up, bro. This is for you.
Big up, bro.
So big up Nalante. I hold my hand up for this. Ghost has invited me on the channel. The time he did invite me on the channel, I had another stream I was doing. So it's not Ghost has invited me. So that link up will happen soon. Mohammed says, grab being on 150k will make others demand more. Potentially, especially if he doesn't have another good season. Mohammed says, most of our players were in a semi at the Euros Copa America. Is he planning to get all of them back before signing players? Sorry, this window has my head hot. I hear you. I hear that. For me is a crazy tactic because the players who are left to come back, for me, are players that are kind of guaranteed guys in the squad.
But
Everyone
does this not? Sorry, bro. Does this not come back to what I was saying when I made the comparison between, you know, being a proud man who's like, oh, what you mean you're trying to pick which one of us you want? I didn't even know you were talking to another dude. Nah, I'm out. He can have you. That mentality that I do believe the club has might make us think, well, we've told the players who we like, because, you know, they've probably spoken to the agents and stuff like that. And if they choose to go somewhere else, knowing that we're interested, regardless of how long we take, make them go on. That might be how we're looking at it, bro. Because, you know, like, there is a bit of an ignorance in the way we do things. You know, that whole, like, I totally understand that Klopp used to say, I don't want anyone who's only willing to jump on the train when it's already moving. I want people who want to push the train and get it started. That's a fact. I don't want the mercenaries who only come to the club after money or self-gain and they don't give a shit about the club. I don't want that. Character building is also very important. But at the same time, that's where the issue becomes like, are you too proud? And remember, I asked you that question because I wanted to like if you could give me examples of a time when like we've really competed for a player and it's been about, no, we want him. We don't care if he wants to go here. We don't care if he wants to go there. Like, and we've gone all in to try and convince him to come to Liverpool. I don't know when we've ever done that. I know we've stolen a march on a few teams, but that's probably because they did favour us. I don't remember the club really trying to convince a player or going way above and beyond. Like the money's so much that the player can't say no, whatever. So I think we are that proud club. I think we go, look, we've told whoever they are's agent, and it might be like in August. If you go to some other team before that, that's on you, innit? You clearly didn't want to come to Liverpool and we'll move on and find somebody else. That's the very casual approach we've had for the whole last, 8 years or whatever it's been. So that might be how we're looking at it, Cal. We might be looking at it like, if the player's still available when we're ready, we'll move when we're ready. But we ain't going to move when we're not ready just because other people are doing so or other people are rushing us or the player's getting impatient. No, bun that. We'll move when we want to move. I don't know. Do you like that big boy attitude or do you think it's ignorance that borderlines on delusion? I don't know.
I mean, I think it only works if you're on Madrid, to be honest. Right. I honestly do. That's like me getting with a new woman and I'm like, no man can take my girl. And I'm in a room with like Anthony Joshua and these man, and I'm like, their man can't chat to me when Anthony Joshua's got everything in life going better than what I have, and like, it's a more attractive prospect than me physically. It's like in all aspects, like that's sort of arrogance. Whereas if I go, you know what, this new woman I'm with, yeah, she could really like Andy Joshua, but I'm going to really try and wow her and show my personality and show her that, yeah, he's got all these things going for him, but I've got these things going for me, and hopefully she chooses me in it. That, like, for me, that would make a bit more logical sense. Rather than me just sitting there going, no man can take my gal. Are you mad? What?
Because that's who Liverpool are, though.
Yeah, we're that guy. But really and truly, bro, all we've got is a little bit of Rizzler and no weed, bro. We're not that guy at the moment.
On the
If I'm
flip
gonna-
side, though, up until this point, Man United have been the one who's gone out their way to impress, and she's still gone with the brother.
yeah,
So
but
now you
right
look
now,
like an idiot.
Man United are getting the girl, bro.
No. Yeah, but is she gonna stay with them, or in a couple of months'
We don't know,
time,
but
is
at
she
least he's
gonna
got
get
her.
renewed?
It's his job to keep her now, but at least he's got her.
No, I hear that, but what I'm saying is, by doing the whole impressing thing, it can backfire on you, as we've seen numerous times in the past. So that's why I'm thinking, which strategy is the best? Go above and beyond for these players, and it could bite you later down the line, like Chelsea, for example, with all these young super kids they've bought or whatever. Or do our approach where you don't really get many signings wrong, but you've probably missed out on a lot as well. Because I think
I want a happy medium, bro.
is much higher than a lot of other clubs.
I just want a happy medium. I don't want to be like Chelsea, but I also don't want to be like us. I want to find the sweet spot in the middle.
Mm.
Like, why can't we sign players, and even if they're not ready for the first team, go, do you know what, that player is special. Let's sign him now and then loan him out for a season and see how he gets on.
Mm.
Like, I'm hearing
No, but we know
Sula
Liverpool
from
would never
Juventus.
do that with a player.
I'm hearing
physically.
Sula from Juventus might be going to Roma. He's a player where I'm like, why don't you try and get someone like that for a decent price and see if he works at Liverpool? And if he doesn't, you know, you could still probably sell him and make the money you got back. Like, it's a joke. I don't know, man. I don't get it. Another couple of shout out to K-Mac. Go and subscribe to K-Mac's channel as well. Yeah, I don't get it, Drift. I don't know. Clapino says, man, we're trying to act like Edwards is your mouth or something. Yeah, we'll see in it. Andrew says, we have two strikers, one never fit and the other one will get a ban. So how are we going to play with no strikers and no DMs? This is crazy. We're going that, yeah, you know, Andrew's right there. We even don't know the situation with Nunes. And let's be honest, we know the situation with Jota. When he's fit, he scores goals. When he's not fit, he can't do anything. And
no, but one
unfortunately,
thing we know for a fact.
matches.
One thing we know for a fact is there isn't many clubs who would go and buy a striker before they knew the situation with the ban, because he might not get one.
No, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? So that would be, yeah, we can't necessarily, even though what Andrew's saying is true, that there's a possibility for it, you can't go out and buy a player thinking that it will and then it doesn't, and now all of a sudden, because I remember once Arsene Wenger said this once, and I did think, yeah, he's right. Just as fans, we don't care. What do I do with the player once the squad is back to normal? Because that little gap, say for example, Nunes got a 10-game ban, God forbid, because that would be like excessive, I reckon. But let's say you got a 10-game ban, yeah.
Oh, you're not hearing the rumors, Drift?
No. What's the rumors?
The rumors are 6 months and above potentially.
At club level as well, not just international level.
Could be a whole ban.
Fuck yeah, no, that's mad. All right,
10
so let's go.
I'll be honest. If we get 10 games, considering how we've seen how they can be, like, I'll be real, like that'd be a bit of a good thing.
Oh, you mean in terms of, because obviously 6 months is way longer. You mean?
Yeah, way longer than 10 games.
Right.
I'll take 10-game ban all day.
Yeah. All right, I didn't know that. That's mad. 6 months, you know. All right, let's say he gets some form of lengthy ban, but like not, you know, like a whole season's worth of a ban even. Let's just say he's going to be missing for half the season. I totally understand that you wanting to sign a player because you need to make sure you have the numbers covered. But as Wenger said, what's fucked up about it is when that player does come back, and he will come back, now I have a numbers issue. So he only really ever felt that was a good idea if you were eventually picking the guy to be replaced, not as somebody being an addition. So what that would mean is essentially you're selling Nunes next year if you go and buy a big boy striker, because when Nunes is back in 6 months, then what do you do? Because you've got a big boy you bought, you've got a big boy you already paid however much for, and both of them can't be happy. So I think the club would only replace Nunes if they were planning to sell him. I don't think they'd replace him if they were planning to keep him, even with that ban.
6 months. Let's say he got 6 months in August. He's not back until February.
Unless the club's looking to sell him, I don't think they'd replace him.
I don't think we are looking to sell him, but 6 months, bro.
No,
relying
6
on.
months would be insane if we got to go 6 months without him, because he'll be rusty as well. It won't even just be about how long you almost writing him off for the whole season, because he's going to need another 2-3 months to get up to speed. So that would be madness.
So even stuff like this, shout out to Russell. Sula for 20 million euros. Like, are we scouting? Are we not even scout? Like 20 mil euros. Are you telling me we ain't got enough money in the kitty to make a risk, like a calculated risk like that?
Well, here's the thing, bro. Why don't we take into consideration FSG, especially when Edwards has been there, do move in silence? We could wake up tomorrow, and I think that might be the thing that's keeping me holding on to sanity and not getting too like rattled, bro. Is that I know Liverpool can just pull a rabbit out of the hat at any moment. We're not really one of those clubs who need a saga to get a player. We really do pull rabbits out of hats. We've done it plenty times, and Edwards was pretty much part of the reason why that was the case, bro. So we might have a few rabbits that just randomly get pulled out of the hat without us knowing. We have ample evidence of that being the case. Even Cody Gakpo himself was like, bang, was a rabbit out of the hat. You know what I mean? Edwards did a lot of these deals. So who knows, bro? Who knows? We might pull a rabbit. I think that's what's the only thing that's stopping me getting really, really amped up, is that I know I don't need to know about a player we're after for it to happen. I can just wake up in the morning and it's just there.
Well, fairs. Mohammed says no signing equals a 6th or 7th finish 5th before LOL.
I think Mohammed's getting a little bit PTSD.
I don't think we finished 6th or 7th.
I think that's a bit of PTSD, bro. We're not that bad. We're not that bad.
Jan, I'm not going to try and pronounce your name, Jan, because I will butcher that. Shankly to Paisley, Klopp to Slot.
That's what I'm hoping.
I'm hoping the same as well. And the omens look like it, but we'll have to see. Jamrock says, why are we forgetting money bags PSG were in for Yoro? That's a point. That is a good point. Big up Jamrock. I ain't seen you in a while, bro. That is a good point. PSG have kind of gone under the radar with this. Jamrock says PSG, Real Madrid, LFC unwilling to match Lille's value. Why?
Do you know what? Big up Jamrock, because you've just reminded me of something that I wanted to speak to you about, Kel. Yeah, and we'll try and be as quick with this as possible. When a player gets in the media and amongst fans, gassed to the high heavens, but nobody really moves on that player, and then a random team is the one who ends up with him, is there a case for it being he weren't really that good in the first place, and that's why everybody else kind of like went, hang on a minute, and then the team who ends up with him thinks they've won, but they haven't really? Now, I'm not saying this is factual, but there's a few circumstances I can give you. So I'm going to go with Harry Maguire as one, and I'm going to go with, what's his name? Who's at Tottenham now, but he went Chelsea. What's his name? Werner.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Timo Werner, and I'm going to go with McTominay as 2 examples. There were big teams involved that were willing to pay a certain amount, and then once it went up, they went, all right, no, I'm not going to do that. And remember, these were very sought-after players at the time, and then they've ended up being failures, and there's a bit of an egg on the face of the 2 teams who paid considerable amounts of money for them. Is that not possibly what could be happening, where you look at PSG, you look at Real Madrid, look at Liverpool, who are very established, usually very well versed in the transfer market, and you go, oh, they've all walked away here, and that happily just walked away. Is he hype?
It could just,
and that's why the sensible clubs are like, but once again, and I'm not trying to be shady here, the club who keep doing the repeat offending of always overpaying for players are still quick to just go, no, we don't care. We just want him. So whatever it is, yeah. If that's what it's going to take, we'll pay that. Boom, there you go. Could it be? Because Man United are known to be shit with money. And they're the only team that's gone far because why I was thinking that is I was thinking Real Madrid was the one that was mainly making me think this. Real Madrid really don't let top talent slip through their fingers usually. So I'm not saying he's not a top talent, but what is it about why Real Madrid just thought, nah, it's all right. Nah, you're all right.
I think
And
it's
no one
more
can
to
tell
do.
me money because Real Madrid find a way to do it if it's money. It's not money.
Maybe I can't say. I was just about to say. I think the money issue because of how much they pay them back.
Real Madrid, if there's one team who get through the money thing, bro, it's Real Madrid. Real Madrid don't. Real Madrid signed Kaká and Ronaldo in the same summer, breaking a record both times. Money don't mean shit to Real Madrid. I can't be
believe I'm
told.
saying
I
this,
can't
but
be
was
told
before-
it's money.
That was before FFP drift. I can't believe I just said it, and I'm sorry for saying it because I know I don't believe in it. Either.
What, you're the one who always tells me
I know I
FFP.
don't believe in FFP. I don't, but I have to say it just to be neutral and fair in it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It is a bit mad that all these clubs walked away and Man United have paid out their ass for the player. Because if I'm not mistaken, he only had a £42 million release clause, but they paid
I don't
more.
think he had a release clause. Real Madrid were just trying to get him on the low, a low deal. Apparently, we were interested, but only stepped away because we thought Real Madrid were the only suitors. Which suggests if we knew Man United had a good deal, a good chance, we may have stayed in the competition to try and sign him.
I don't know.
Shout out to man like Matt, who's just sent a little article snippet from Ornstein. Says Liverpool registered their intro in Yoro but did not table an offer after being informed he wanted guarantees about playing time, which they weren't in a position to provide given they already have 4 first-team centre-backs. The Liverpool rate Yoro highly, but view him as a long-term project rather than someone who should be fast-tracked straight into Arne Slot's side. Even if Yoro had been open to fighting for a place at Liverpool, it is doubtful that we would have been willing to match the overall fee of 59 million for an 18-year-old who has only had 1 year remaining on his contract. Having initially expected him to be available for around 40 million, the fee escalated after Liverpool's involvement in the process had ended. PSG's perspective is that they pulled out in the days leading up to United pressing ahead to get the deal wrapped up. There was a willingness to buy time this summer at Madrid, testing Lille's defiance as the weeks wore on, but United's move last week altered the dynamic. A deal worth 62 million euros plus a further 8 million euros in potential add-ons paid over several years carried obvious appeal to Lille, despite falling below their bullish demands for more than 100 million euros this summer.
They were never getting 100.
No, of course not. I don't know. Time will tell, man. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Time will tell. I'm not.
I mean, so basically, Man United have guaranteed him first-team football, meaning that he has to play almost then, like as a first teamer. That's a big risk to play an 18-year-old every week. Still,
Yeah.
Good luck to them. Man United has been a graveyard for a lot of players, so let's see what going on. Why will Yoro be any different to Sancho, etc., etc.? We'll see, innit?
Yeah, true. Eric 2BB says it's the same old stick with what we have got, and don't try to improve on what we got. We can always buy improvement. We're just always in cash saver mode. Yeah. Again, the reason I'm not spoken on FSG, I don't even know if FSG can be blamed at the moment because it doesn't even seem like we're close to any targets or we've decided who we want. Shout out to Uncle Rod says Ugarte might be going to Man United. Yeah, everyone knows my thoughts on that. Everyone knows my thoughts on that.
I'm not really that bothered about Ugarte. As I said to you, Cal, during the Copa America, I realized that he's not very press resistant and he's not very good at passing, and that's quite a big demand of the way that we play. So as much as I think he's good at tackling, and reading the play, I would be a bit worried about his lack of press resistance and his passing. Like
That's
he was abysmal in terms of his passing during the Copa. It could have just been the tournament even, but like, man, he was really bad. His passing was really bad.
No, that's fair. Shout out to Jade Activist if he's watching or watches this on replay. But yeah, he says pretty much similar things. Joe says Harman said he wouldn't be surprised if we have a new manager by Christmas. We should be trying to tie down Trent. We should have been trying to tie down Trent a year ago. Another free transfer on the horizon. I mean, I don't get why I would have a new manager by Christmas.
Remember, Harman just seems to have a lot of saltiness. I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Harman, man. Navir, thank you very much for becoming a YouTube member of ours. D and DJ says, can you guys drop the beat for once he hit 10k? We can definitely do that. I just messaged him to make sure it's all official. Monts Big Six Bants has
big up them, man. Oh shit. The Gremlins got to cow. No, big up Big Six, big up Monts every time, brother. Congratulations, man. Let's drop the beat.
So yeah. Big up Monts. Congratulations on that, man. You fully deserve that. From the hardest working people in the community. Atana says, hey guys again, hope you remembered me. I do not like Trent flirting with Real Madrid. Thought he was a scout, a priority transfer for me, a DM. I mean, I don't know if there's any evidence Trent is flirting with Real Madrid, but there is evidence that he's been linked to them. I don't think there's any evidence yet, but if evidence happens, and that's going to be a rough one if that happens. Gang and Deep says, I can't lie, I have a feeling that we will leave ourselves short going into this season. This is something new. The regime needs to fix up thoughts. If we go into the season short, there's no excuses in my opinion. None whatsoever. Atana says, got a busy life, but whenever I get a day off, I show love to Kopish. Big up yourself, Atanas. Appreciate that. Callum Drift, why are you so quiet on why are we so quiet on transfer market? Didn't we watch the last two shows? Bro.
We don't know, bro. We don't know, man.
Atala says also big Nunes fan, just like Drifty. If he gets a club and national ban, what do we do, boys? How do we cope? Honestly, I'll be heartbroken. I'll be broken if he's banned. I don't know how
6 months. 6 months would be crazy if he gets.
All right, so here's the thing. Let's say we went and did what I think we should have done, is probably buy Elise. If Nunes goes down for 6 months for a ban and we have Elise, I'd be all right for 6 months because you'd have Salah, Jota, and Danz. But because we don't have anyone else for that right-hand side, in my opinion, you can't have Salah as a striker. So then it becomes an issue because Jota is not reliable, and then Danz is a kid.
Look, I don't know, man. All we're doing right now is guessing. All we're doing right now is trying to come up with reasoning. We're trying to throw some rationale and some logic into the situation, but the real thing is that we don't know. We just don't know why we're not buying anyone. We don't know why we're not moving in the window. We don't know. And it is really frustrating because it's not making any sense in a world where we need to keep it pushing. I think that's the main thing, Cal. We're living in a world where we should be keeping it pushing and we're not. And we're just trying to rationalize where it all stands. One thing I will say, let Man United be happy that they've got the signing they have right now. And if you're upset, be upset. Don't dwell on it for long. And then we move. This has happened bare times. Like, history is what it is. There's so many times when a player goes to a team, people want him. You get over it after a little while. It's what it is. So just don't let yourself get worked up. And if Yoro starts to be a little bit of a hampering to Man United fans, then, we'll see what their energy is at that point, if an 18-year-old can handle the pressure. But it is what it is. They got a player that Liverpool assumingly wanted but didn't think was good enough. Real Madrid, say it wasn't worth the money that Real Madrid wanted, didn't think it was worth the money, PSG, etc. It's cool. Hopefully, we will get someone in. Until then, let's just try not to get too carried away.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it. Shout out to Kojo in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Kojo. I hope you're well, bro. Jan says Lukeba, Edison, and Bakayoko. How would you feel with that window if we were able to get those three?
Very underwhelming.
Lukeba seems to be the player that a lot of fans are asking for at the moment. I've not watched a lot of him, so I can't sit here and be like, yeah, he's the guy.
I've heard the fan base talk about him a lot for real.
He seems like he's the new person the fan base are kind of levitating towards. Edison, I think Edison's a really good player. I just don't think he's a DM. And Bakayoko, I'm not really sold on, if I'm going to be honest. To answer
Bakayoko's the one I want the least out of those.
Yeah. To answer, Jamrock, I still want Liverpool to sign Manu Kone. I just don't see it happening. I think if we wanted Manu Kone, we would have got him in by now. Sergeant, oof. I mean, I don't know about that name, bro. Believe in the bald one, Arnie Slot, LFC's David Moyes. Yeah, I don't know about that name, man. I don't know.
That's definitely trolling there.
Yeah. Troll of a better name than that one. Atana says, what do you mean 6 months? I reckon you might get a life. What? Also, I tried Tifo. It's not the same. I love you. I love YouTube. I love watching you guys here. Let me unpack this. He could never get a lifetime ban.
No chance.
That would be crazy.
For doing what exactly?
Yeah,
I don't even think you should get a life ban for taking drugs. Never mind, like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
That'd be crazy.
I don't know.
Also, Tifo, maybe I'm a little bit biased. For the watch longs, I think Tifo is brilliant.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, I definitely think that you'll get, and some of the new features that are going to be added when the season kicks off as well, bro. You're going to really enjoy it. You're going to understand exactly why the decision was made on our part, because there are some restrictions, and I will never shit on YouTube. YouTube's sensational, but there are a lot of restrictions that they put on their users that make it very difficult to give you guys what we actually want to be able to do. And thankfully, Tifo are going to be able to help us to do that. So it's more about you lot. Don't get me wrong, they're brilliant people, obviously, and like we love those guys now, obviously, after been working with them now. But it's more for you guys, because we think you lot will enjoy it.
Yeah. The experience.
Give it some time, Madness. Give it some time, man. You'll get with it.
But at the same time, Atanas, we appreciate the feedback. And if anyone else has feedback, we'd love to hear it, because by all means, like, we want to improve, because we want to bring you guys a better version of ourselves. So do let us know.
Yeah, definitely. Gift gang in the building. Big up yourself, Yards.
Building. Shout out to Rosa. We ain't seen Rosa in a while. Big up yourself, Rosa. Are you starting to fear this summer will be like Ellie and Adrian? I am also sorry for missing many shows. Never a need to apologize, Rosa. Many things are all good. I am a little worried, Rosa. I am. Drift's doing a really good job of trying to keep me calm right now, but I am very worried.
You know what it is, bro? I can't be Ronaldo. I can't be Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Nah, I can't. I can't. You know what I mean? Like,
sweet.
Dallo is the one who's picking him up. You know, ain't you the captain, big man? Like, we're all relying on you, blood. What's going on here, fam? Like, pull yourself together, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to make sure that you guys don't get too like upset. I'm trying to keep, everyone's head above water.
I hear you. Jay says,
I'm trying to be the Pepe. I'm trying to be the Pepe, K-Mac. That's what I'm trying to be. You know what I mean? Like, don't show you're upset until you're in the dressing room. Oh, you're gonna cry in the car. Yeah, but never in
bro.
public though, bro.
Jay says, my issue is why do United and Madrid always act like a big club? United fell under the Glazers, whilst we seem to have cycles of intent versus stagnant. Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know if here's the thing, and I'm not even trying to shit on United. I know we've got some United boys in the building, so they're always gonna say everything we say is sorry, but it's what it is. I don't think United do act like a big club in that regard, though, because throwing a bag at everybody is what the I'm just gonna say something, but it's gonna seem like I'm shitting on the demographic. Fuck it. Bro, I'm sorry for using this as an analogy. It's like when the short man throws bare money at the chick because he's trying to make up for his lack of height, right? So he's got to be appealing in some other way, right? That's what it feels like Man United do. They just throw the bag at the player. Do you get what I'm saying?
Brothers are gonna get you today.
No, I
bro.
know. I apologize. It's just an analogy. It's just an analogy. But that's to just make you understand where I'm coming from. Like, that's what and I don't necessarily think that is acting like a big club. Acting like a big club isn't just, oh, whatever you want, you can have it. That's not a big club. Do you know what I mean? So I get that you think it looks like that because of the ambition of wanting a Casemiro and wanting a Di Maria and these type of situations where you're like, oh, we're going for the big boys, wicked, is showing ambition. But is it really? Because how many times has it worked out?
All right, just because it hasn't worked out in the past, though, doesn't mean it can't work out in the future. And I'll be real with you, Drift. I think it's it kind of is the smart thing to do, because at the moment they can't offer Champions League football, they can't offer the elite competition, they can't offer all these other things. So they basically go, look, I can't offer you these things. I'll give you this though. Like it's kind of what happens in life.
No, but is it acting like the big team though?
I think
it kind of
is acting like the big team.
I don't know. Like I said,
someone asked me to leak your address for the Short Kings.
Huh?
Someone asked me to leak your address so the Short Kings can get revenge on you.
Listen, hold on. To all the Short Kings out there, yeah. Where were you when I was getting called bald this and bald that? We all hold some form of discrimination, yeah.
Fact.
I don't get backed ever. Shout out Bayesian, my other bald brother, and anyone else who's bald. We don't get backed for shit when people come at us for being bald. So you know what? Right. If we have to hold that, then you lot can hold that. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, for real. Love, you man get up onto me all the time about my beard or lack of
It's
beard.
all love, man. It's all love.
Nah, what they said Atana says, if I have one dream in the YouTube world, if there are people from YouTube I want to meet in real life, it's Drift Matt and Callum, or Drifty Callum Matt, whichever way you want to read it. That would be one of the best days of my life, other than meeting my girlfriend. Big up yourself, man.
Big up yourself, bro.
A couple of people have met me. I mean, it's not that special meeting me. I'll be real with you. Like, you get a quick little daps. If I'm in a rush, I have to say apologies. I'm in a rush. Thanks for the support. Yeah, but no, it's always a pleasure and always humbling meeting someone who watches the show. I'll say this all the time. I've not met one person in person who hasn't been extremely complimentary of what we do and extremely supportive. And it is very, very humbling. I still can't get my head around when people approach me. Maybe it's a little PTSD from growing up in Thornton Heath. I don't know. But it is extremely, extremely humbling, and we are extremely grateful for how you support.
100%. And to anyone who has ever met me in real life, I know normally I'm on the move. It's never ever personal, people. I'm just someone who's always keeping it pushing, always busy, always on the rush, always doing something, and you know what I mean? Because I know I give a lot of people like the Wagwan, like from across the road or whatever. It's never any disrespect. We always appreciate all you lot support. It's normally people always catch me when I'm like, I think only one time somebody
See, this I knew someone would do. It would be Alex, isn't it? So raw, you're too big to It's always one. Big up yourself, Alex, George.
Yeah, now that the people know, so like, you know, like you said, everyone who's ever met me in real life, I really appreciate the love. Everyone's always been respectful or whatever. So shout out love to everyone, man. Big up.
Good question here, John. I'm not cool about it. I'm not cool about the situation. It's nothing to do with the player. It's more the situation. If we wanted him and we just were defeated that quickly, and Man United said, "No, we are going to go head to head with Real Madrid. We're going to put ourselves out there and go head to head." That for me shows bravery, and we didn't show any of that. But it all becomes null and void if we still go out and go and do what we need to do. Like, you lot are killing me in the comments. I am not Hollywood. I just told you I stop as being to people. But if I've got
no, this is what I'm saying. Like Terrell, come on, man said just basically saying if he meets anyone under 5'8", he keeps it moving. I have no issue. I have no issue with short people. It was an analogy, people. It was an analogy. My brother's short. I love my brother.
You lot are something else, man. You lot are something.
Oh shit! I think it tried to hit Cal with a. It tried to hit. Let me see. Yep, he's frozen in the background.
Oh, I think I'm back now. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's testament to you guys.
Ah shit, he's gone again. I think we've lost Cal again.
How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're pixelated, but I can hear you. Yeah.
Some joke, man. Yeah, it's testament to you guys in the comments, keeping the conversation going. Even the Man United fans who jumped in there to troll, you guys were respectful about it. You're all cool about it. So big up you guys as well. We haven't got a show tomorrow, but you may get some content in some different ways. We'll see. So make sure you check out the socials.
I'm waiting for the United's going to win the league stuff. That's coming.
That will happen. That will happen.
If they get Ugarte, 100%, that's happening.
That will happen.
100%.
Mohammed says Maka defending Enzo is a bad look. I can't. Oh, he's not. Please tell me he's not defending Enzo. Maka, man.
Did he? Ah, shit.
I hope not.
No, hold on. Defending as in, did a character reference as in like I know him and he's not like that. He's just made a mistake. Or defending him as in there's nothing wrong with his actions.
Oh no, a couple of people saying he didn't. How about hold on? Can anyone let me know what he said?
Yeah,
Please.
what did he actually say?
Jamrock, big up Jamrock, says drift moving like an enlightened Joe Budden. So he's level-headed.
I'm not even sure how to even take that.
No, it's a compliment. It's a compliment.
Oh, okay.
Bro, Joe Budden back in the day used to be nuts, man.
Is Joe Budden like, is he revered as like a changed man now? Is he?
Yeah, massively.
Shout out, Joe. The Joe Budden podcast is cold still.
Yeah. Atana says, not gonna lie, if I met Guna Lee in real life, I'll give him a run for his money. I'm 195 centimeters and built like Sven Botman. You'll still be shorter than Guna Lee, bro. Like Lee, I'm guessing Lee's at least 2.5 meters tall.
No, seriously. What is 195? Is that about 6'7" or something?
No, 6'4" and a bit. Because Virgil's 190 and he's 6'4".
Is that centimeter? What is that metric? 100? Is it centimeters? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Imran said that Lee's 560 centimeters.
What did he say? Was sorry? He's 195 centimeters. Yeah.
Yeah, it's either 6'4.5" or I said.
Oh yeah. It's coming up at 6'4", so he's 6'4". Right, 6'4" is tall. Fucking hell. I'm
gonna be real. After standing next to I've got flipping hiccups. After standing next to Guna Lee, I think he's definitely taller than 6'4".
I'll probably say no. I'd say he's about 6'4", 6'5". If we take all the jokes about, say he's about 6'4".
If I'm 6'1", and when like I embraced him, I like when we dapped, my ear could hear his heartbeat.
Oh man. I don't know how he shrinks himself on the screen when he does shows to make it look like he's average.
He sits on
It's
the floor.
crazy.
He sits way back in the corner, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. You would really think he's just an average height guy when you see him on YouTube. It's mad how tall he is.
I still will never get over like when we met him, like, and we both sat down at a separate table. And we went, "Raw, the brother's tall, innit?" Like, we just like, I didn't realize it was that tall. Like, he's ridiculous.
Paige just says, when I meet Lee, I'm gonna lay off the smack of down on his candy ass, then take you for a drink. Oh man, them lot have got a proper rivalry, you know, Beijing and
yeah,
Lee.
it's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, bro, their rivalry is mad. They're literally like the Batman and Joker. It's crazy.
Yeah, big up to Beijing Barnes and the boys there as well.
Yeah,
Go and subscribe to Beijing Reds TV. Sorry, these hiccups are killing me. But no, we had a good show. I got abducted by aliens and cloned. Drifty's enlightened. I've got hiccups. We've seen a couple of new people. Well, a couple of the community return in Atanas, Rosa. As always, you guys have been the MVPs.
You forgot Man United's going to win the league.
I'm not saying those words, bro.
Kante's going West Ham. Raw, good for West Ham.
If he can handle the rigors of the Premier League still.
I was going to say, I do think that league probably helped him to get his energy back. The Premier League's a different beast still, so. But he's an absolute Premier League GOAT, though.
Can't lie. Having him in the rotation is fantastic. Maybe a little biased myself, but even having Kante in the Liverpool squad, I would not be mad at it.
Big up Beijing, man knows about the Ferreros. I still can't believe Cal didn't put Ferrero in his top 10. That's mad.
That is not my top 5.
That's mad. But we'll talk about that on another show.
Like you basically saying you and Matt are gonna rush me again, yeah?
No, I'm just gonna buy a couple of chocolate bars. I'm just gonna leave them with you, and I'm gonna just see if your opinions are still the same, because the Ferrero selection, there's more to it than just the Ferrero as well. Do you know what I mean? There's more in the. It's not just the. You know, there's other stuff within the selection. So we'll see. We'll see.
I'll be honest. Ferrero Rocher ain't touching the Snickers.
That's a wild statement. That is a wild statement. I can't co-sign that, Cal. And I love a Snicker. But I can't co-sign that, bro.
Snickers is the one, man. I'm not gonna lie. Snickers is in my top 5.
That's mad. And I love Snickers, but that's mad.
Snickers has got to be top 5.
That's mad. That's crazy.
Snickers is not in the top 5.
Huh?
So that is said Cowboys making them statements.
Yeah, we might have to keep Cal away from top 10 conversations. Still, it gets real sticky.
So hold on, is Snickers not in your top 5?
No, it wouldn't be in my top 5. And I actually really like Snickers, but it wouldn't be in my top 5. I can't put it that high. What? So Snickers is above M&Ms, it's above Maltesers, it's above Minstrels. Like, bro, can I keep going? I wouldn't even put Snickers above Smarties.
Oh, Drift, stop that. Smarties.
Sorry. Bang, bruv.
Big up to KG.
Yes. Hey, KG, your song is sensational, brother.
Yeah, it is.
Have you heard it, bro?
Yeah, I don't know how he comes up with it.
I'm not even a Man United fan, and I reloaded it about 5 times.
Yeah, I have to rate. KG, guys, go and subscribe to KG's channel, bro. Please, people.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do, man, but you're phenomenal, man.
Yeah,
all ratings to you. Obviously, I hope you flop this season, but you're moving like heavyweights at the moment, so I rate it. But yeah, bro, Smarties.
I can't believe you're sleeping on Smarties. Bang, bro.
I'm just talking about pure chocolate, though. Pause. That doesn't sound great.
No, but a Snickers has so much ingredients that wouldn't even be called a pure chocolate.
No, all right, but maybe I need to rephrase it. I'm talking about chocolate coating then, because Smarties has like a candy coating as opposed, and then chocolate.
But it's still a chocolate, though, right?
It's a hybrid, isn't it?
No,
It's
we're
a
not gonna.
chocolate
This
candy.
ain't gonna become the is a Jaffa cake, a cake, or a biscuit. We're not gonna do this.
No, but
man.
it's a chocolate candy.
But then a minstrel's not a chocolate. Then
No, but that's chocolate coated candy.
no,
So that's
bro.
chocolate coated.
Remember the sugar shell was on the outside on a minstrel.
Yeah, but
bro.
isn't it chocolate sugar shell though? Still,
I don't know. I don't know. No, but you're opening doors that we don't need to be opening. So then is a crunchy a chocolate bar because it's 80% honeycomb. You're opening way too many doors, Cal.
oh,
You're opening way too many doors, Cal. I don't
hey,
think we
that's
need
the
to.
Uno reverse.
Yeah, I don't think we
but
can do that.
Aero mint or Aero orange, I would say those are chocolates. But again, it's 80 or 90. You could even say 90% orange field or mint field.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's a dangerous road, bro. I don't think we should turn down that road. I think we should just. But you know what? If you put it in the top 5, and Snickers, I love Snickers, so I'm not gonna shit on Snickers at all.
I
I
don't
just
really
wouldn't put
feel
it in
like
my
you
top
do
5.
though, from the way you're
Do you want to know
talking
what's
about it.
crazy, bro? I could sit here and I can actually tell you, depending what mood I'm in, I'd even put a Kit Kat above a Snickers.
No,
It depends what mood I'm in, bro.
no,
Depends what mood
man.
I'm in.
No,
It depends what
no.
mood I'm in, bro.
Nah, man.
Kit Kat Chunky, bro. Kit Kat Chunky bangs, bro.
Not like a Snickers.
Nah, bro. I'm going Kit Kat Chunky over Snickers, you know. I gotta be honest,
Nah,
bro.
man.
I gotta be honest.
Nah,
I gotta be honest.
not for me.
But again, I love Snickers, so
Fair dues. Fair dues. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that last statement, man.
Hey, people are sleeping on Smarties. I don't care what anyone says.
I've never been a massive Smarties fan.
Smarties, bang. People are sleeping on Smarties, man.
I whispers of quality. Yorkies,
Oh, Yorkies, yes, 100%.
the crisp and raisin one.
I just like the plain Yorkie, you know.
Yorkies are up there for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yorkies up there.
Yorkies are up there. There's another one.
Do you know one of my favorite chocolate bars that no one else seems to agree on? I think Bounties are banging, and no one else likes Bounties, bro.
Cold though, a cold Bounty.
Oh yeah, it can't be warm. Yeah,
cold
it's gotta
Bounty.
be. Yeah. Oh, so you're on my way. Okay.
Yeah,
bro,
cold
nobody
Bounty,
likes
no.
Bounty, bro. But I think
It's
Bounties
not top 5 or anything.
I wouldn't put them on. But I think Bounty makes my top 10.
I don't know.
When I really sit down and assess it, I'll see. But Bounties are the one, bro.
Not top 10 for me, no.
But I really like coconut, so maybe people who don't like Bounties don't like coconut. I don't know, but
yeah.
So I told you, bro. People don't like Bounties, man.
Right, Magpie 96. That's joke. There was something else. There was another one I wanted to bring to the table as well. The names missed. The names, I can't get the name. Oh, I'm not a massive Twix fan.
I go back and forth with Twix.
They're good, but I'm not.
Yeah, when I was young, I really, really liked Twix. Not so much.
Oh my boys, they love Twix.
Hold on. So if Snickers is in the top 5, hold on. KG's calling me. Hold on. Let me see if he's calling me.
Oh, he wants to jump. Does he want to jump in? I'm guessing KG wants to jump in.
It's on this way, yeah?
Is okay, cool.
Yeah. He thought man was delivered. I didn't even know he was trying to get in. All right, so before he gets here, have you got can you send him the link? Oh, should I do it on my phone?
Do it off your phone. I don't have his. No, I do have his number. He's terrible checking WhatsApp messages though, so I'll see.
All right, so just quickly before we bring him in, bro. So if Snickers is in the top 5, are you saying that Snickers goes in above Bueno?
Kinder Bueno.
Yeah.
Ooh, Which one?
I mean, which one do like? That the Bueno selection is sensational. So which way do you want to go about it? You pick which one.
Oh, Kinder Bueno is a problem. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not sure if you're with me on this one. You're not. You don't really like Cadbury's cream egg, do you?
Yes, but just don't.
Oh yeah, no,
disrespect
sir.
me,
You're the
bro.
one who don't. No, because I get
Yeah.
confused. So Bounty don't go above Cadbury. Snickers don't go above Cadbury's cream egg, Cal.
For me, it does. You know.
What?
It's the thing is, I can't say what I want to say. No, I can't say what I want to say about Snickers because it's gonna sound so bad, and I'm gonna get clipped up, and people are gonna be like,
Oh yeah,
is this
you're gonna get. It's a hell of pause, yeah.
It's a lot of pauses in there, innit? Like,
no,
just know that
Snickers
is up there for
Cadbury's
me.
cream egg, bro. And again, I love Snickers, so I'm not trying to like shit on Snickers. It's not above Cadbury's cream egg, Cal. No way, bro. No chance. This conversation, when we have this conversation properly, it's gonna be interesting.
That's what I'm saying. We need to do like 5 shows. We need to do one about biscuits, one about cookies, chocolates, sweets, and cakes.
100%. It's gonna get interesting.
And then we'll do a savory show for Matt. We need to do dessert. We need 6. We need to do desserts as well.
Oh, we know who the king of dessert is, bro.
Yeah, it's you.
Huh?
No, you are. Yeah, when it comes to
no, I mean what the king dessert is.
You're gonna say apple crumble and custard.
No, that's top 3 though.
What's going?
It's a hot chocolate fudge cake. And if you want to just kill it, you just put the ice cream on the side. Boom. That's it, bro. That's the king of dessert, bro.
I'm a cheesecake guy, you know.
I do like. I remember I can't eat cheesecake, but I do love a cheesecake.
I'm a
though.
cheesecake
But I just can't eat them anymore.
All right. Well, people, we were gonna sign off, but the one, the only, KG the comedian's in the building.
What you telling me? We are playing Europe. You might be trying to go clear. Ramajek, no excuses. I don't hit with no full strength. Man United say we back up. We are playing Europe. We might be trying to go clear. Tell Ramajek we will not go. I want to go. Man United say we're back up. We're back up. United.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's a hit. I can't even hate.
Monetize, you know.
No, it's fine. Like Nollywood, we don't care. African, safe, bro. You ain't worked on our PRS and all that. We ain't done our due diligence. I don't know why, bro. Even that in the Jamaican tune as well, the Shumpo one. But if I play Lady Gaga, this stream's going down. lads, the fact that you lot are in here talking about biscuits, I know we're in serious problems. I saw this and I said, I'm concerned. No, I was concerned, bro. You two are my friends. Do you know what I mean? And I can't believe what Drifty's doing right now. Drifty's casually talking about custard creams and biscuits that dip well. And this is I'm saying to myself, what's going on with my biggest enemies, bro? What's going on with my rivals? What's going on? Bro, this is serious, you know. And all we have is the video from Callum saying FSG in. All we have is that video, the legendary video, bro.
AI to be.
It wasn't AI. It was you, bro. All we have, and bro, again, because there's the apologists, there's FSG apologists. You know, I've been watching. You lot know I hate you, man. Innit? Like, I love you as my brothers, but as a team, I can't stand you, man.
We know, feelings mutual, brother. Feelings mutual. We know.
What's going on, lads? Yoro, what did you not believe you're a big club? What happened? Like, did you look what you saw Real Madrid and thought, nah, no chance? Come on, man. You're better than that, bro. Why would you do that? You, man, looked at Real Madrid and said, we can't see eye to eye with them. Us with our broken roof, bro. Man's got a broken roof and an 8-play finish. And we said, hello?
I definitely know you didn't show him around. There's no way you showed him around.
Well,
Otherwise, he would have
you
walked
showed him around because he didn't building work. So even though it's broken, it looks like we're still working. Bro,
We're doing building work.
They showed him the construction side. It's like,
Showed him
yeah,
the
look, this is what it's
construction
gonna
side.
look like.
He thought,
Yeah,
"Ooh,
it's
you
gonna
man
be-
are constructing
We're
like
the
that,
hard
yeah."
hat in the stadium.
You know?
But what you got to understand,
No, what's going on?
you got to say to yourself, how have we, like, it's still Liverpool though. We have to understand, you man are moving mad. I'm shocked that you lot couldn't pull this one off. You man said we're little man for Real Madrid and you backed off. Man United in the situation with the old jacuzzis and the old chef. We said, hey, still come. Well, you lot got Carragher in it. He's gonna talk to you. He's gonna talk to him for him. Who have you got to talk to Yoro? Who's gonna send in the voice note?
So who's talking to him for you, lot?
Are you not? Do you not know who Rio Ferdinand's, bro? Do you not see the video?
I
with Rio?
mean,
Do you not? Wait,
what Ollie's at the wheel and that.
are you not? Are you gonna play with Rio like you don't know what he did? Come on. I know
What
he's
did he
doing
do?
5 in that. I know he's in 5 and he's like us.
What, we
but
talking about what he did as a player?
yeah. So
Oh, no, as a player, he's
there
30,
you
bro.
go.
Rio's
If Rio
30, bro.
sends you a message, it hits different, bro.
I don't know about that, bro.
Bro, it hits different, fam.
I don't know about that.
But what happened then? What's going on, lads?
We
We-
didn't want to give an 18-year-old the bag, and you did.
Why?
Fair
Yeah, and them man are telling me that it's okay. We got Consa, the same Consa that Pastor Bruno. Swear down.
The one fucking mistake man made, you know.
Against the worst team to make it against.
Yeah, nice fact.
No. And then you got the slut as well. So how's it going? Because Drifty still don't know if he works there. Is he working there, Drift? Have you checked? You know what? I watch the channel, bro. I'm a big fan, bro. Is
work where?
Is your manager fully your manager now? Is he like, because you know you had the conspiracy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sure. We're sure. Has he got the keys and he's got access codes?
Yeah. He's done the scarf thing. He's done. Yeah, he's in.
I'm done being nice. Is Ten Hag lasting the season?
Absolutely.
Based on what?
On what we're doing, bro. Good, better players, better results. You know the rules. You know how it goes.
Are
telling
they
me-
better players?
Oh, come on, bro. Wait, let me ask you the question, guys. Are these players gonna be better than Maguire? You lot were chasing him. I didn't know how good Yoro was until I went to Liverpool channels and saw how much you wanted him. And I was like, oh wow, he is good. I watched all the videos you lot did. So then after I'm like, oh, he's wicked. So it's not like you lot told me he's good because you was gonna buy him. Remember that? Remember all the scouting you did?
So one centre back changes it all, then, yeah.
No one centre back because we know what Lissandro is. We know who he is. Yeah, we know he's
an injury.
Oh, Lissandro is no. He just finished winning the Copper, but that one's a bit of a mad
Did
team.
he play in that?
Honestly.
Did he play in the Copper?
Oh yeah. Once he started playing, they stopped. No one's.
Unless Rodriguez played every game.
No one's good. No one's good. No.
He's
He
an
actually
injury
goal line. What I'm saying, he big tackle, 110 minutes. Come on, man. Don't play with this guy.
and he looked in trouble.
No, he's not. He's fine. The guy.
Every Man United, all your hearts dropped when you saw him reach for his knee. Don't lie, bro. He was gassed, bro.
How about Szoboszlai though? Because since we're doing this, because I remember when he was the new Gerrard. If we're gonna start messing around and talking about things,
I mean, no one said that, but
oh, there was a Szoboszlai. Don't you remember? What's going on?
I would never have said that about you.
not in the slightest, bro. Not in the slightest, bro. None of us said that.
You don't need to recall. You need to recall Henderson, bro. You need to recall Henderson because I heard Kante's coming back.
We're all right in midfield, bro. We're all right in midfield. We're trying in midfield.
No, that's it. What's going on with your goalkeeper situation then?
I know you're just settling in it. You know, like the African tax in it. No, he's not Karius. I
I'm gonna sit on a windy stomach, bruv. Like, you ain't settling in nowhere.
Wait, do you know why I'm laughing? Yeah, because even though you want to say this to me, yeah, I know what you man are getting through. You man have just got rid of a legend. Klopp, I hate him. Couldn't stand the sight of him, and he's gone. And guess what? Do you know what's happened? Real Madrid are hurting right now. They're saying, oh my God, we're big Real Madrid. And that team with no roof has come and taken a player under our watch. Do you know what? We need to send a statement. Hey, call up Trent. Call up Trent right now. Phone Trent right now. Trent said, hello. Trent said, you playing white? I'm on my way. Oh, no.
I told you, bro. This is the narrative, bro. They think they beat us to the transfer. I hate it.
Sangrias,
I
bro.
hate it.
It's sangrias, bro. Trent wants to pull up to, and it's the big announcement. Trent, he should play for them, innit? The end of the day, they cover how he's done his job. It's time for Trent. No one's going to be upset if Trent's not tracking back and defending. It's Real Madrid. You lot don't like Trent. I've heard you lot cuss Trent many a times on these Kopish streams. You know, when you're giving him the ratings and that, and the ratings get real low.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. This is literally don't do that, bro. You know we don't do that over here, bro.
When the ratings get real low. When the ratings, you know what? I know that you know that graph. You don't know the graph I'm talking about with the colors in that. Bro, I am a hater, bro. I'm here as a hating supporter, bro. I love you lot shows, and next season you man are gonna know what's going on. We're gonna be fine. I want to let you know right now.
Oh no! So are you gonna win the league?
We're gonna win Europa. No, we're gonna win the Europa. I was like, if we bring in all these players that we're talking about, apparently we've already. By the way, do you lot know we've agreed terms with Ugarte? Do you lot know that?
Yeah, we've been informed.
You were okay, just in case, because I know
you can't pass. By the way,
it's fine. We don't need him to do that.
Good luck with that.
We got Kobe. Sorry, just pass it to him, Bruno. We
Kobe, the final passed in by Mainu. Fair dude.
Oh, what are you talking about? Remember Trent Alexander that had to leave the team for Mainu? That's crazy. Imagine for
Trent actually scores winning penalties. But anyway, that's a different. That's a different conversation.
Remember the Trent? He could play a midfielder. Then they realized this is not going to work. Come on, man. Let's not play these games. You lot knew. You know who Kobe is.
Nothing worked in midfield, bro.
So we got Kobe. Yeah. After that, hold on. What did you wait? Last season, what did you look at?
In terms of what?
What did you win? What did you win? So you had the season at Ten Hag,
yeah? Won the Carabao.
So you had the Ten Hag season, the Ten Hag special. That's mad. And you lot celebrated it. That's how you said bye to your manager. What happened to
when did we celebrate it?
Hey, you lot booked a bus, and then you said, no, cancel the bus. We're gonna do it in-house. You man had a house party, bro, for your legendary manager.
You've been waiting for this, innit? You've been waiting for this.
Yes.
No. You man had the house party for the future. You know when you do the gathering, the housewoman, you're supposed to go around Merseyside. No.
So where are you finishing? Are you finishing top 4 then?
Huh? What?
Are you finishing top 4?
I told you, bro. We're finishing top 4. And we're gonna win the win the Europa. Where you lot gonna finish?
Above you.
Is that what he's come to, Drift? Come on, you're better than
No, Drift, I have no idea where we're gonna finish, but it'll be above.
Don't let him gaslight you, Drift.
Yeah, I know.
Is that what it's come to? You know, remember you lot little man me bare times here. Don't say above me. Where you lot finishing in the league, guys?
I have no idea.
Third. We'll finish third.
We have no idea. You know we have no idea. That's a fucked up question. You know we have no idea.
Oh,
you know Lenny's only 18, innit?
Hey, my manager made the captain at the tender age of like 19, bro. He doesn't
also
care.
hold 7 at Anfield.
I remember that. Hey, when was
the last time Ten Hag made a good sign?
Hey, what you lot gonna hold? Because
how much was Anthony? How much was Anthony? Now let's really do it now.
All right,
cool. Because when was the last time Ten Hag made a? How much was Mason Mount?
Let's do some.
When was the last time you actually made a
70 mil?
Yeah. Let's do some work. Should we go into your situation?
Out a picture at the moment.
No. Don't deflect, bro. Let's stick with your brother.
I'm gonna deflect.
You had the board manager first, so we'll stick with that.
I'm gonna. Do you know what we're gonna say? That's the old regime.
Who have you signed?
How much did Malacia cost? How much was Malacia?
About 14 to 15 million. But bro,
this sounds like a place in Spain you go on holiday when you're aging, innit?
I hear it now.
And I'm sure he was 30 as well.
Are you talking about pre-Ineos? Are you not talking about pre-Ineos?
Here we go.
Now let's.
So Ineos are going to improve his talent ID. Is that what we're saying?
Are you not looking? Are you not having a look? Are you not seeing what we're doing?
Well, this isn't talent ID. You're just going for the same people other people want. That's not talent ID, bro.
How much was Hoyland?
All right, cool. So now when we do this, now we break this down. When we break this down,
Hoyland, Mount,
Hoyland's a good player. Hoyland's a good player. First season, 16 goals.
Hoyland has not been successful, bro.
Hoyland, 16 goals first season. More on
He's not
target
been
than
successful, bro.
more on target than Darwin Núñez after in the final when he's getting punched up, bro. How did he not land a punch, bro? How did he not land a punch in the scrap, bro?
We're not going down that road. We're not going down that road. We're not going down
Hold
that
on.
road.
Did he just say 16 goals in his debut
Bro,
season?
Hey,
Across
your
all
striker,
competitions?
listen, your
And
striker
I
got,
don't even know if that's a fact. Is
your
that even a
striker got
fact?
16 goals. Go and check it. Your striker got punched up
Across
by a
all
priest.
competitions is
Hey,
dead
hey,
food.
your striker got punched up by a priest, bro. That's you lot are down bad. You know? Man tried to live the hooligan life, and the priest said, "Holy water." How? I saw that. I said, I can't believe this, bro. I done the CRV check, and I said, "What, the man of the cloth?" Man took his form off the pitch to hooliganism and still was unsuccessful. Just
Fuck it.
wait.
Think about your life. You are a failure. You are a failure. You can never make it.
I love you lot,
I
though.
hope
You lot are my best friends. No, Drift, you already know. Cal, we live local, bro.
I know
You
we
man
do,
are my,
bro.
you man are
Bromley
my
no more.
best
I don't go Bromley
friends.
no more, bro.
No,
'Cause of
you
you.
man. And to next season, we need to make sure we fellowship more together as friends to build each other up in this YouTube space. So I'm here for you, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you straight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you straight, so it's not a surprise for you.
Yes.
If you have a good season, we have a bad season, and we see each other out on the street, and you call for me,
No.
I'm gonna ignore you.
I'm gonna carry your children, bro. I can't be your uncle, bro. What are you talking about? Say, Uncle Kiki. Now I've been trying to make these catchy tunes. If anyhow I see the little ones singing this bad boy. Hey, we are in Europe. He might be. Nah. You lot, it's too late. It's too late for this nonsense. It's too late, bro. But I do love everyone here. You lot, make sure you subscribe, like and subscribe. These man are getting through it. Next season's gonna be a dark one. We're gonna see the raw drifty that I love. You know, depressed drifty, depressed drift on the stream. Oh, why am I?
Nah. We'll be fine, brother. We'll be
Yeah?
fine.
Say
Yeah,
no
we'll
more, man. That's look out to yourself. I'm saying for you lot. Do you know what it is? You man don't understand. Klopp was a legend, and I don't think you lot are understanding. I let go of a great manager, and he was a motivator. When the new guy comes and they have to listen to him, it's not the same. Just saying, as someone that's experienced it. Good luck.
We'll see. We will be there, brother. We will be
All right.
there.
And look, he's listening. Callum's hearing every word I'm saying.
Yeah, he's hitting me. I'm not even gonna lie, he's hitting me.
Oh my days.
Oh, big up
Oh,
KG.
fucking hell. Guys, if you haven't already, you gotta go subscribe to KG's channel, man. You have to.
Go subscribe to both his channels. Big up KG.
Let him have his fun right now, innit? Let him have his
Trust me.
fun.
This is what I'm saying. We need to make sure we do our business, man. I can't have a season of that. I can't.
Yeah, I hear you.
Atana says I roll with Bounty, Snickers. Snickers ain't it. Oh no, Snickers is top tier, man.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Snickers is up there, but I respect
Snickers duo. Snickers duo, bro. Have you had you've had white chocolate Snickers, right?
I don't think I have, you know. Yeah, I don't think I have.
No,
You know what? I remember because ever since I became lactose, I noticed that normal chocolate gives me a little bit of an issue that I'll just, I'll take the hit because I'm not going to ever give up on chocolate. But white chocolate affects my stomach more. So I do steer away from white.
What's your plan for Saturday? Have you got any plans for Saturday? Or are you just staying in? Oh, if you're staying in, bruv, just have one, innit? You're staying in.
Man said, what's 4 or 5 trips to the bathroom, bruv? That's not mine, of blood.
I've been staying in, bruv. Just pause the sky, bruv. Just and then you're back, bro.
Yeah, all right.
I
Turn up the TV. Nah, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real, because of how many times you've helped me on this journey. I need to give back. I got you, man.
It sounds nice. Don't get it twisted. Like white chocolate Snickers sounds nice, but
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Top draw. Shout out to Atanas again. Says miss Matt and his jokes. Always miss Matt when he's not on. Big up Matt. Also goes on to say Toblerone, bruv. Come on, guys. Let's no, Toblerone's up there as well.
yeah, Toblerone's. Toblerone is a very underrated.
Yeah, it is.
It's a very underrated. You know, I look at TK's comment.
I know. Which one?
It's like 6 up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I just
5.
see it.
Yeah. To be fair, I would still know if it was good or not for real. So that's But what a waste. What a waste. But yeah.
Larry says reckless delegate is Gabba. Big up yourself, Larry. Tana says only times I get aroused in my life, pause, when my girl around and when KG and X did the legendary it's been 20 years, 8 winning ish F Arsenal. You see that song right there?
That was a hit.
Legendary.
That was
legendary. When expressions and KG get together, you just know it's just
facts.
It's top tier quality. Shout out to Jay, the activist says, you're apparently the next Maldini. I never knew. Jay's got to be the most sarcastic person I know, you know.
Yeah, I know. Jay trolls so perfectly.
Ricky Gervais levels, isn't it? Like,
yeah, you don't quite know. It is Ricky Gervais. That's the
Ricky
best.
Gervais.
Yeah, 100%.
Ricky Gervais. That's what I'm gonna start calling him. Ricky Gervais. That's the new name from now on.
Yeah.
The sarcasm is just savage. And now, people drift. I don't know if you want to add anything before we take the people out.
No. Obviously, big up for the cameo from my brother.
Indeed, always. Go and subscribe to his 2 channels as well. KD the comedian.
Let's just hope for real that we're all right next year. Next season, so let's hope we're all right, man. Let's hope we bring in some players. Everyone keep their head up until otherwise.
I really drift. I worry people, but I'm gonna stick with my brother and keep my head up and hope things get better. But now, people, please do smash that notification bell and smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check us out on socials tomorrow. Probably have some stuff going out on the socials. Check us out. And until we see you next time, people, thanks so much for watching, listening, and joining us. Till we see you next time. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish and we're out, people. Take care.
Peace.